Yes.
Welcome. We're Table Goth, a group of tabletop gaming enthusiasts, gothic aficionados. We're here to play our chronicle, Taste of Youth, episode 6. This chronicle, like all of our chronicles, take place in a world of darkness, which means we'll be dealing with some sensitive topics, so be wary about that. Take care of yourself if you need to. Especially this time, things are going to get graphic. Speaking of graphic, let's go around the table, introduce ourselves, jump into this thing. Starting with...
I am Ms. Petty Dreadful. I will be playing Evelyn Gibson. She is a Toreador.
I am Metal Chocobos. I'll be playing Elijah Buchanan. He is a Bruja.
Do without looking.
I can't.
No,
She's been looking this whole time.
I'm Andy Rose. I play Jordan Quick, and she's a Malkavian. Fuck off.
I'm Bexy Brill, playing Herb Mullis, the Fool.
I am Bully, and I am the storyteller, and this is Taste of Youth. All right. Last time, things happened. We dealt with the aftermath of the coterie plan to ambush the Oregon Trail killer. While the main target escaped, they did manage to bring the final death to two of his followers, the Lily White Killer and Lady Flay. There were casualties, though. Tilly Naveed, Noah's thin blood partner, aka Smoke, was cut down when the OTK warped the minds of Herb and Noah, though the OTK himself finished her off. They haven't seen or heard from Noah since. Two ghoulies ended up casualties in Jordan's frenzy, and there was significant media attention, but, all things considered, the mission was quite successful in many ways. Luckily, the media stuff was taken care of by the Second Inquisition, but they had to make Elijah an official contact, so they're able to not put him down for what he did. And then Wendy also used most of her bargaining power and resources to take care of it. The two remaining ghoulies were angry at being used like disposable bodies and decided to get the jump on Elijah and Evelyn at the High Point Theater during the day when they were asleep. They demanded to be embraced, but Elijah tried to attack instead, and his own gun with Roth's incendiary rounds was used against him, and he was shot down like he used. Jordan and Zoe went to check on them and also were lured into being trapped by the ghoulies, but Wendy and her loyal Doberman Charlie arrived to take care of the problem. With the ghoulies gone, they discussed how to rescue Elijah's mother and decided to accept Iris's deal to give the journal to Dumitru and then kill him, perhaps killing Iris as well. As the time is rapidly approaching, as they were warned Dumitru would strike on his own soon if they didn't do anything. Herb sent Delilah out of town until they took care of the killers, and was also contacted to set up a meeting with the circulatory system, Farid Patel. Elijah finally broke up with Lily 3 seasons in, touched base with Arabella, who let him know that he's officially with the Second Inquisition now. Evelyn met with Margaret Thorne, who's furious, having killed her ghoul Miranda, and demanded to know why Fang was not involved in the attack when the Nereids and the Coven were. She warned Evelyn to take control of her coterie, and that Elijah would be temporarily taking over for Steeltooth Bradley, one of the Fang barons who was taken down by the Inquisition. Jordan did some research in the journal, had a premonition about where the priest was. She saw him holding a sermon with a group of followers in the woods, plucking out one's eyes and reading the pattern on a bloodstained blindfold. They learned that the killers were reading entrails of children, so one step ahead of a Malkavian Methuselah called Angry. The personification of death, sort of similar to the Grim Reaper, who they believed was out to collect all members of Clan Malkavian. The group finally decided to go to the location Jordan saw in the vision and the petals. leading to Tower Grove Park, specifically the Botanical Garden. We have just come face to face, I believe. The Sears Sandals. Are we on our way there?
Yes. We have.
She had a vision. Yeah.
We were about to go.
We're about to
Sure.
That's right.
She had a vision because she
Had a vision.
That's
about
right,
it,
you had the
but
vision when you
We
were
were just about to leave.
Yeah, and then they said I've been...
Oh yeah, no, I went back into the Madness Network to try to see him, and he was waiting for me.
That's
that's
yeah,
when
that's
we're
what
in
it was.
It's happening.
Okay.
Got your glass.
So, kick things off there. Are all of you going to this, or is just Jordan going?
I think it would depend on what time of the night it was, because if I remember correctly, I set up the meeting with Reed tonight as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's early in the night, I would go.
I'll say you have time.
I didn't have a conversation with him though, right? In my
We
head.
were all watching.
They were there
Yeah,
when you
you
had
shattered.
Yeah,
because they heard you say the names. And...
No, I'm saying when I went into the Madness Network and the seer was waiting for me.
Sure.
Did I talk to him?
Him?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Pretty much, he just said, "Yeah,
I've been waiting here.
Can you use that then with that conversation?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you were brought out.
Well, game telephone worked, and he's waiting. So, I think now's the time.
Nice.
Do you have time before your meeting to go with?
Yeah, it's pretty early.
He's a good guy, right?
Are any of us?
Well, I didn't mean to make it a loaded question like that, but like we want to work with him, right?
I think so.
Okay. Cool. 'Cause I'm very hurt. So this needs to go well. Alright.
Yogi.
You got a cool car?
Dibs on track.
Sounds good. I'm driving Evelyn's cool car.
Taking a cool car. Okay. So I'll load up. I'll head to Tower Grove Park, the Botanical Garden. Closed at this time. A little bit of night for special events, and there is some points. Easy enough to essentially have to sort of park on the street and then walk through. Jordan, give me an wits awareness.
Oh, I don't know my dice.
Or, I'm sorry, wits awesomeness.
It's so hard to come back to a character that has only 4 dice for things. I'm gonna spin a willpower.
It's a good call.
Butts. Okay, 1 and a beast. Good start though.
Yeah.
You know, started off.
Kicking back in full gear.
So as they're just sort of walking through this empty garden, you see Jordan just sort of stop for a moment. She seems to just be in stupor, just sort of staring off.
Jordan, you okay?
Hey, what's up?
She's unresponsive.
I kind of tug her arm.
She's had one of her moments.
Yeah, you tug, she'll sort of take a step to follow, but still seems just sort of out of it.
Is he doing this?
I don't know, man.
Can you see him?
Shit, I'll check. I'll sense the unseen.
Okay. What's a awesome?
Or I'll get paralyzed. Alright.
You look around, piercing through the veil, you don't see anything.
I don't think anything's going on nearby. Maybe she just like,
You hear Jordan say follow. Jordan begins walking.
Don't like that, but I reluctantly start to follow.
Did she say it in her voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, that's weird, but it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen her do. I say that out loud in character.
I know.
Spooky. Okay, now it's spooky.
She leads you deeper in. Where even at night, some of the paths are relatively well lit, but it seems a chunk of these lights have been turned off. You find yourself in a pretty dark area of the garden. Walk sort of towards the back, around the pond. You arrive at this bridge. So a wooden bridge that leads over to one of the islands where some of the little Japanese gardens are. And Jordan comes to.
Is this where he is?
What?
Is this where he is?
You just blanked out.
yeah, you let us here.
Told us to follow you.
Alright, well, must be nearby then, I guess.
Should we look around for like secret trap door?
Can we get to
Indiana
the
Jones?
little... so we're by
Maybe.
the Japanese garden? Can we...
I mean, I've never seen a vampire's lair. I've been here a few times.
By sort of that pond, this little wooden bridge that goes off to one of these little islands.
Yeah, you can't go there unless you have special credentials on a regular day. Is that what you're talking about? The little tea garden? Yeah, I go there.
Okay.
In real life, I want to go there.
Everyone walks across.
I feel like this is normally closed off, the Kindred. If I were gonna hide here, it'd be on the closed off island, so.
I'll go with you.
Fair.
Across the bridge, you step around some of these short trees and bushes that are here. And along the shore, as you sort of go around, you can see a figure sitting right along the shore, looking out in the water, completely covered by this sort of silvery white silken sheet. There's a bit of a wind, so you can see it hugs their figure a little bit as it blows, but it seems to just be held on by this thin silver crown on the head that seems to keep this on them.
Are you the seer?
They slowly rise. You see they're quite tall. They turn, and you can't really, again, you can slowly, as the wind sort of is blowing this, like this is some sort of specter, you can see it pressing against their face, though you can't really make out any details, obviously. And then the head settles on you. Jordan.
Yeah.
It's nice to finally see you in the flesh.
You too?
You assume my hair for a reason.
Yeah. Where to start, I guess. The Oregon Trail killer and his weird Malkavian god thing he's running from and worshipping at the same time. I don't know.
Disappointing. So much that you should be looking for answers for, and this is what you're worried about.
Well, I
You
mean,
are the one that was supposed to continue the line, correct?
yeah.
The Nemosines, the memory seekers, stopped with you.
Yeah, my dude didn't get to die on his own terms. Well, I guess he died on his own terms, but not in the way he planned to. So I kind of missed out, I guess.
So would you plan on continuing his research, or are you off to seek your own path now?
I would like to. I mean, I don't really know where I came from in a traditional sense as a human, so it's kind of nice to know where I came from as a kindred, but
It's a good start. Jim, the Memory Seekers, they were Nodists. Familiar with the term.
yeah.
Sought knowledge of our our history. It's fraught with so many lies, speculations, impossible truths. Truly a task for the ages. Lots of knowledge passed down in the bloodline. But I understand he wrote some of his findings in his book.
Yeah,
The book that you possess still?
yeah. I've gotten to read some of it, but it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. It takes me a little bit.
History is hard to understand. Not as try to put the pieces together. First-hand accounts between now and okay. Though I also understand that there's another history some believe in. Dark Mother.
Yeah. They, I've been learning a lot about that one, too.
I experience those who prefer this version would not be pleased to discover a Nodist narrative in their place of worship. They know what's in the journal.
I think I told them about it. About some of the teachings and like what Jim believed and stuff. I mean, yeah, they don't seem overly concerned about it.
They must be confident that you're faithful to their story. Is this correct?
I think so. I mean, they know I'm always trying to find answers. I think they believe that.
You'd be willing to share those answers no matter where your search took you to? Or the path led to Cain or to Lilith?
Truth is the truth.
Truth is the truth. So let's speak truths. From one cave into another. If you ask me one question, I'll answer it to the best of my ability.
You said that there were bigger things to be worried about than Anku?
I said then the Oregon Trail killer.
What can you tell me about Anku?
Not much beyond what I believe you already know. But if you wish this to be your one question, I can answer.
Well, if you don't feel like you have much more on that, then
I'm more interested in sharing something illuminating on open pathway. What do you really want to know?
guess, the truth about our existence, our history, about what the book says, about what I've learned at the coven.
What is your one question that I can answer? Be it something about your task ahead, be it something about yourself, be it something about our history. I can answer any of these.
Is there a way to gain the knowledge that Jim had that was lost?
I believe what he knew is in the book. But the power in that blood, the knowledge, the centuries of research, that is all. And that is your truth. Unless you seek to know more, and then perhaps in exchange for it.
If you guys got any questions, I'm... About who killed her?
I want to know who killed Steel Teeth, but
We already know Inquisition.
I mean, she didn't happen to have like a decoder ring for that book. Seems like it's pretty hard to read.
I mean, I can read it, it just takes some time to sort through.
What about the sword?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That other thing I have hidden under my bed.
You gotta clean up that.
I got a whole archive under it. Alright. I have another question. We'll make a deal.
What is your question?
There was a sword we found.
The Sword of the Green Knight. Bring it to me. I'll tell you everything you want to know about it. And that will be our exchange. It won't be of use to any of you. Not now. Unlikely ever from the path you seem to be on.
Path should we be on? We're doing okay? Ish.
I mean, if we don't need a sword, that's probably an okay path. Usually
No,
people
that doesn't sound right.
do you see what I'm saying? You get it now?
Thank you for clarifying.
You know where to find me. Bring the sword to me, I'll answer whatever you wish to know about.
Alright.
The killer. His name is Valor. He's not only searching for ways to avoid death, he's searching for ways to find someone to help him. He's both running from something and running to someone. He thinks a sire of himself.
His sire?
Yes.
Who the hell is this son?
Small dude for sure.
Huh. Hope it wasn't Jim.
Probably not. Jim didn't give me that like 1700s vibe.
I think that means his sire's here in the city then.
I don't know why else.
Buried underneath the city?
Bring me the sword. I can provide more answers.
Alright, just collecting dust under my bed anyway, I guess.
I wish somebody could just like start using it for things. Like cutting up vampires.
It just seems weird that Jim so gung ho about us having our sword just to give it away.
seemed important.
And no offense, we just met.
I'm not demanding it. If you want answers, that's what I'll take for exchange. But if you do not wish to part with the sword, I have no issue with that.
What does it take for one to wield the sword?
The sword?
Here's 22.
You said he'll tell us everything we need to know about the sword, and you said you'd give us answers. What does that mean? That you'll answer our questions about the sword, or you'll answer more of our questions? We honestly don't know a lot.
Like, at all, obviously.
Yeah, our sires have been with us.
It seems like you know how much we know.
I can answer more. Take your time. Decide if this is the right path for you. And if so, come prepared with questions. One each.
Alright, you have a meeting to get to.
Let's keep my presence here between us.
Of course.
It's good for me.
And they sit down again. So come to the party.
Chill. Let's see ourselves out.
Green Knights. As we're walking, I assume we're all walking.
Yeah.
Green Knights, is that
It's like an Arthurian
Arthurian
legend.
legend?
Yeah. I mean,
Did the seer kind of, I don't know, fit that bill?
Oddly couldn't see the seer, so there's like the silver crown, that's all I got.
That's what I'm saying, like, doesn't that kind of fit that aesthetic?
I mean, like, ghost
Lady of the Lake kind of thing?
Lady, like, yeah, it's not bad, actually.
Just pond.
I don't know.
Yeah, but all I know is I probably could have Googled more questions than just that one. And like, you know, not to remind you, like, okay, but like, Google's pretty good nowadays. They're fucking, like, old school Vampirian, like, ooh.
I thought earlier we found out you were using Jeeves.
Yeah, that's
To
what I'm
get
saying.
to
That's
get
what
to
I'm
Google.
saying, man. Even
Alright.
Google could tell me something more.
He Googles, or he goes on Ask Jeeves and he types in Google, and then he clicks the link.
What are you guys doing?
What's on the bill? You have your meaning?
Yeah, I gotta go check out a parade. I might need to go get some friends. I imagine it's gonna be about, you know, the stuff, products, and drugs.
Right.
So
We should check in with the Toreador.
you guys are welcome to come if you guys want. Should be cool.
Yeah, you got some new shit to run. I should get on that.
I haven't accepted it yet.
I don't think
It's
that's
not
a
an
question.
acceptance thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Everything's a negotiation. But I will submit to this one.
Okay, good. If that's what you need to say,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Check out your new halls.
Jordan, you need anything?
Herb, do you want me to come with you, or
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
I'll stick with him, you go do your...
Cool.
I was thinking we pick up Junior.
You type?
Yeah, I mean, if this is about, like, you know,
Business stuff.
the business stuff, I'm sure Junior wouldn't mind being there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they'll be a little offended, you know, given his state, but
Well, he runs shit, so hopefully they respect him for that.
yeah, I mean, at the very least.
Are they meeting you at the operation?
I don't remember what we said up
I think that's what. So Junior would be there.
Okay.
That's where they live essentially as well.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
What
well,
we did
we'll
was-
say it's set up at your. I mean that's what Freedom wants to see your operation anyway.
Alright, yeah, that works. Yeah, so, yeah, swing by the brewery, check it out, see what they want.
Dibs on a cool car. So
Like,
you got an Uber, I
We
guess.
should have took 2 cars,
Yeah.
You just either.
we got y'all.
Yeah, you guys can drop us off, cool.
Shotgun. You Uber. It's a
You
principle.
can
of the
ride
thing.
shotgun in the Uber.
Yeah.
It's a principle of the thing.
Evelyn, can you give me some money for an Uber?
Okay. So you swing by what's your place called?
The Drain a Pint Brewery.
Head there after hours where Junior and Pops, the other thin blood, the old hippie dude, are there. I'm assuming you've given them a heads up of
Yeah, I would have
whatnot.
told them what's going down.
Okay. Yeah. You arrive. You and Jordan. He seems a bit nervous. It's not really a formal meeting like this. Worked for Methodic to Gangrel before, so this is new.
Right. Yeah. I was kind of
Yeah, is there anything you want? Anything special we need set up? We're doing like a full showing them, testing the product, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, man, definitely get everything set up. Main thing is, we're partners in this. We're gonna work it out together. But yeah, let's do this right. Let's make sure we got everything. Maybe some sampling for them, and kind of feel free to give as much knowledge as you feel like you can. Don't
I'm not much of a salesman. That's going to be more you. But yeah, I'll be happy to take them through the ropes of what we got going on here.
Right? Yeah, we'll work it out together, man. It's gonna be good.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else you're doing to prepare for this meeting?
Sure. No, I don't think so. I don't really.
Just get your best product ready.
I mean, I know that Fareed wasn't too happy when we stole that guy, but we paid him back. Hopefully we're on the up and up now, so I'm not too worried about him. I'll have, the sword around, but not out.
Okay.
As always.
Decorative.
I guess I'd probably go over some things with Junior, have him explain some things to me, and try to see if I can use my intelligence to know what would be good to keep in the background, so Fareed doesn't get too much inside baseball, action.
Okay. It's gonna be give me intelligence.
Science.
It's a bit of science. Not necessarily blood source.
Occult.
Or alchemy. No, this honestly, especially Junior's way of doing this is more medicinal or science. So you can use science.
It's my experience manufacturing drugs, like meth. Give me
Is
anything.
that your science specialty? Yeah. I mean, it's a very similar chemical process.
Nice. So intelligence, science.
Science. I went for specialty.
This is my way of life, so I should probably, you gotta protect your earnings. Nice. That's all successes. So that's 7.
Okay. So, I mean, you've been paying attention as it goes. But yeah, you get a refresher and you feel very confident knowing what to talk about. Things not to talk about if you don't wish to. You're going to be able to present your product in a way where you seem like a subject matter expert. Yeah. Eventually, not too long after this, Fareed and another woman arrive. You see Fareed, someone I saw him last time in a very expensive looking, well-fitting suit, tightly wrapped turban, very groomed facial hair. And he's with a blonde woman, tall, high heels, also dressed very nicely. Though a little more suggestive, not quite sort of like slutty businesswoman rather than like actual professional businesswoman. Like she's playing it up a little bit.
Sure, yeah. I'll kind of go up to greet him. Yo, Fareed, what's up, man? Good to see you again.
Yes, absolutely. I'll shake your hand. You are.
This is
Jordan.
Yeah.
Take your hand and kiss it if you let him. A pleasure. And this is your operation, and Junior Pops introduce themselves. Greets each of them kindly as well. This is Dr. Deidre. The woman nods, smiles politely. She is our expertise in things like this. She will be taking some notes and whatnot if you are comfortable with this.
Yeah, sure. You'll understand if we keep, a few things behind the curtain.
Absolutely.
Certainly we'll share everything we feel comfortable with. Feel free to take notes.
Okay. So yeah, then you just asked to have sort of a tour of the place and see what sort of operation is going on. Right. Pointing things out and whatnot. The operation, he seems he's being polite, but he doesn't really seem wowed or impressed by anything. But not disappointed either. He's very friendly, warm demeanor. It's hard to tell his true intentions, really. Yes.
Is she writing on like a notepad?
Yeah, she has a briefcase with her that she will produce a notepad from, that she will be walking behind and writing and really studying something. So as you guys sort of move on from things, she'll linger behind in some things and be taking notes.
Can I be at the end of like the parade that's going through? And can I heighten sense to see if I can read what she's writing?
It's going to be a heightened sense as much as you were trying to sneakily do this.
Yeah.
So it'd be more of a wit subterfuge. If you want to try, you don't have to.
I want to. Ooh, I get hungry here.
Rousing?
Yeah. 3 successes.
Okay. You actually managed to get quite a few good glances at her notes. As the tour continues, this stuff isn't really a thing you're an expert on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really understand the nature of you don't really understand specifics of the notes, but it's very technical.
Mm-hmm.
She's really just writing down. It seems technical, professional.
Seems legitimate.
Yeah. Yeah. The tour's like, this is something you have going on here for sure. There's a lot of potential. Would a demonstration be out of the question?
No, I mean, if you're wanting to try, certainly we have a sample if you'd like.
Yeah, Junior will nod and come back with a vial he'll hand out. He'll take it and examine it closely.
Now, are you
Pass it back to
currently
doctor.
sustaining any injuries? Because
I'm not.
Definitely don't take it if you are. It'll be a rush, most unpleasant.
So this is designed more as a sensory experience.
Yeah, it's
Is how you're wishing to market it?
Yeah, it brings back that taste of life that we've long lost.
Taste
Interesting. So fine. Yeah, nod. Do I drink this, or what's the injection?
Junior, you've tried it the most. What do you suggest?
I think we have it down now to where you should be able to just ingest it. You can even maybe mix it with actual blood. That's the ingredient of it. So, go around and take a swig of it. And the vial back to you. You can see the
Ranger.
this pale blonde woman. The color instantly returned to her. She looks very healthy, glowing almost. It's almost tannish undertones start to. She seems she's like breathing heavily, which is weird to see a vampire breathe at first. And see, she's just sort of feeling her arms a bit. This is something. Certainly, it's similar to what we do to blend in, but yeah, this is
More potent.
not bad at all. Strong, very strong. We might need to work on. Could be dangerous and on hands. I see what you mean with the injuries too. I can feel everything. Any pain will be amplified. Also, maybe have some uses. Free's just watching her. She immediately just starts taking some notes. I'll come right out and say it. I mean, we're interested. Obviously, you have something here, but you lack the
Resources?
There we go. The resources, the reputation to distribute something like this. I think you can go a far way if your business was legitimatized. Perhaps even pushing this product to kindred in other cities. We are an international organization. One that often finds ourselves with unnecessary obstacles in our territory. Rebranding in these markets could help quite a bit. Local boy, the big idea. I think they'll like that. One of their own. Yeah, I think we can work something out here. If you're willing to allow me to distribute your products abroad, I think it would be best if you were the face of the product here.
So, we would run local, you would run outside of local.
On the surface. Obviously, most of the distribution and whatnot would be on us. You don't seem to have the
Resources.
Yeah, the infrastructure to support something like that. I would consider you more maybe like a research and development of the circular courses. Your own brand, if you will.
Sure.
At least here.
Yeah.
Your name won't mean much elsewhere. In fact, a lot of the elders, they like something they're familiar with, something they can trust. You might not get the full credit, but you'll get the full profits for anything you push above.
Alright, that seems quite good. One thing though is, we would obviously continue to own our own proprietary sciences and formulas.
Perhaps, I mean, there's a lot that could be beneficial for us sharing. I mean, we have quite an impressive team ourselves. We've done a lot of experimentation on the blood, and I'm comfortable freely sharing some information with you. I'm sure our people can elevate using yours, and I'm sure you can use some of our findings to help your product. We can also, as part of this, give you access to other distribution rights, special vintages. Perhaps you can incorporate in your business here locally.
So, what exactly are the details of what you're, so we'd get profits from any sales outside and the national market and the international market. And you guys would simply take a cut off the top. What's in it for you? That's my question.
I mean, we have Kindred always looking for the next thing, something new. I mean, like I said, they like what they're used to, but it's rare that something exciting that's not necessarily dangerous comes along. It's all about selling it correctly to these blue bloods. We, I think, could do a lot of the dirty work. So, are you familiar with our business?
Vaguely. providing blood services, typically. More of the dyscrasias.
Yes, certain resonance dyscrasias, quite rare in the wild, but we have a tried and true method of creating certain special blends. Many of our clients have very particular tastes. Again, things aren't a bit more complicated in Anarch territory, but the Camarilla, the Ventru, are known for their pickiness. So they also are known for their wealth. They make up a large portion of our clientele.
So you're looking mostly to buy influence with the Camarilla?
No, we have lots of influence with the Camarilla. We're looking for a way to sell in Anarch territory. Some of the Anarchs take issue with what we do.
So you want to push products, not our products, in Anarch territory.
We want you to be the face for our products here, and we will be the distribution for your products also.
So you already have the influence. Because they want someone they know, but they want
We
something
have an
they don't.
established network, but we do not have a, what do you call this?
Shit, I can't
Junior guy. Blush is what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can work with that. And also, if you don't mind, we are. I assume this is your domain, and it's the Anarchs do not go snooping here.
I mean, we do our best to keep, headship around here.
Perhaps then we can also use this location to hold some of our products.
And when you say hold some of your products, like living products?
I mean, yes, we do not draw sustenance from the deceased. We will do the dirty work of the acquisition and conditioning of the vintages. But this is something that is best, that the Anarchs don't need to know our process. That's what they often have issue with.
What issues do they have?
They like their blood to be organic. They think you could just find people with these flavors, these essences in the wild, which you can, but I mean you can create it as well. Not all vintages are necessarily pleasant for the vessel that holds them. Does that make sense?
Sure. I think I catch what you're saying.
We do not discriminate. All kindred need all kinds. I mean, some of our vessels we go out of the way to make sure are very happy because it produces the flavor people need. Others produce some that are more distressed, let's say. We provide that as well.
Right. Oh, interesting.
It's like I said, can be unpleasant business. That's why we're careful to be very professional about this, and we do the dirty work so others don't have to.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. I think I should have a quick talk with my partners.
Oh, by all means. And I'll step aside, Dr. Deidre.
And look over at Junior and glance over at Jordan. I just linger on Jordan.
She's already tasting the product right now.
She's sampling.
I haven't got to try it yet. These strangers got to try it before I did.
Yeah, you're trying.
We were gonna wait for a better night.
I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty injured, so.
I mean, you're gonna make bank.
Yeah, I
But it's a little
suppose we
fucked
make.
up.
I mean, I wasn't really interested for the money. It's more about like creating something that makes all of us feel good, you know. And the money's like a nice benefit. I don't know, Junior. What do you think?
I mean, I don't, as long as I don't have to be, I don't want to do any of that stuff personally. You know, I'd like to stick to the science, the creating new things. And we've been new at this. I mean, there's a lot of information they can give us for sure. That'd probably really help. I don't know if that's necessarily a business I want to be around. I mean, I guess we're just glorified drug dealers anyway. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure I'm chill with the whole, what they got going on, keeping everybody. Some people sound like they're in a pretty rough spot against their will.
Yeah, I mean, that's
not really up my alley.
It's necessary for certain. I mean, we sometimes have to do things like that too, but not on such a
matter-of-fact basis.
Yeah, we're not captive about it. If you have to give someone a scare or you just find someone who's down on their luck, that's one thing. I don't know about
reading it, for sure.
Maintaining that sort of misery. I don't know. But also, that's if you have that down to a science, I can't imagine what lengths we could take this to, especially that sort of funding.
Do you think you could make it so they didn't have to do that? Do you think there's a way around torturing people just to get a tortured blood?
You'd have to talk to them. I don't know.
Can they just clone people? Is that more ethical, or is that still they're still trying to figure that out, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, cloning is one thing, but then you have to reproduce bones in order to generate marrow that's generating your blood. It's a big thing. It's not quite there yet, but shit, yeah. No, not really sure. It's here's the thing. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys because you're my partner. Junior. I mean, I feel like if we say no to these guys, we're probably making enemies of these guys. The way that these vampires work.
In a traditional sense, yeah, but they seem not desperate, but I mean
excited.
The fact that you have an issue with it, some of the other anarchs don't have a big issue with it. It seems like they don't really have a lot of sway here. So I mean, enemies of them, if they're business people, war, violence, stuff like that, I don't know. They seem more careful than that. But also maybe that's worse. Maybe they have other ways of hurting us.
Right. I mean, they could, break in here and do some espionage shit and steal everything we have and we'll be out. Everything we work for might be in the shitter.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we're established here. We're anarchs. We're allies with some of the others. I think it'd be kind of risky, costly for them to try anything against us now. When we first started, sure, but I mean, now we got fangs, we got the coven, we got Nereus.
We might be able to set up an agreement that we don't host any unpleasant blood sources.
Yeah, if they want to do that in other cities or try to ship it in, that's on them, but that's not what our branding's going to be associated with, maybe.
I mean, we're associated with them just by association, but I mean,
it sounds like they don't want an association with us here. Or like it's on us to sort of keep it hidden where we're getting this stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, certainly not going to host a bunch of torture rooms in our brewery. It's not really chill.
Yeah, it's sort of kill the vibe.
So I don't know. Maybe we go, like you said, we have a lot of leverage here. Let's see what we can talk them out of, right?
Yeah, I mean, just because they got suits and clipboards and stuff, I feel like we got more to leverage, like you said.
Right. All right. So we'll go to them. We'll say we're willing to host people who aren't, against their will here, if they like, and sources of production there. But otherwise, we'll prefer to stick to more organic, like you said, methods of getting the other things.
I feel like you're going to tell them We don't want to host hostages, but
I mean, is this you talking
like
to
the
them?
rest of the planet.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, to you. That's Junior, sorry.
Oh, so okay. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying now?
Just that maybe don't mention the organic thing. They seem to like their situationally modified.
Yeah. You're the boss. You got final call on this. So I'll support you either way.
Right. Okay. Then let's give it a shot, you know? And then worst case scenario, maybe we just walk, try to run it on our own. I mean, I don't have too many ambitions to go international. Sure, we, have a lot of funding and resources to spin up quicker, but like you said, I think they need us more than we need them.
Alright, let's go for it.
Alright. Oh, well.
Okay. Freed. The intern again. Start talking quietly. We come to a decision.
Right. Yeah. Some conditions.
Sure.
We like what you're saying. We don't have a lot of ambition of like setting up a large network or distribution centers and all these places. Something you can provide is good. But we're not sure that we're very chill with hosting people against their will here for production purposes. If that's something you guys want to continue to do elsewhere, that's fine. But not sure that's going to be a part of any deal that we can make.
That's essentially the primary service we provide. Is it simply a matter of the location? You want us to host them off-site? We can do that. We'll cut into your profit a bit. We'll have to establish something else. But we can work that out. Something where you still have access to them. You can still get the right vintages to the right people, and it won't necessarily be anything for you to deal with on your premise. It can be arranged.
Right. No, I was thinking people who might be tied up and tortured constantly wouldn't go into my products.
Ah, I see. Anarch through and through.
Right.
Well,
come into an Anarch city, you gotta expect some Anarch businesses.
Yes. I mean,
listen, if you want to host some, big motherfucker, you're shoving cakes down his face, that's fine. That's the kind of thing you're into, and that's the kind of blood we're extracting. I'm cool with that. But I'm not sure if I want people's entrails being pulled out slowly as you extract blood from them.
So you only wish to host the flavors that make you feel good?
Yes, exactly.
Though some of the others are the ones that are arguably more rare and valuable and useful.
Right, exactly. See, it's not all about value and monetary gains. It's really
it's a vision, though. If you're going to achieve, you have a good foundation. This is quite a product, but where do you go from here? It'd be a shame for you to stagnate yourself.
Right, but you could also see it as more of a branding opportunity, right? You see, brands should have a specific focus, because if you go too broad, you look mainstream, and mainstream's lame as fuck. And that's how you fall out with the Anarch crowd hella fast, because then they know your heart's not in it, and you're just dealing to everybody. Right? See, it's an Anarch mindset. I get that you don't get it, but
even if you're not selling it, you will need these dyscrasia, these resonance for your own products. I understand a good deal of how the Thin Bloods operate. They very much rely on specific blood as well.
Right, and we'll continue to get it through less aggressive methods. Perhaps it's even more rare. It might hamper us a bit, but I think
if this is your operation. Yes, I can't imagine you're going very far. It's a shame. So what is your counter proposal? That we just sell your stuff just because?
I'm sorry. There's plenty of other dyscrasias that don't require, fear and pain. only like half, not even a third of the dyscrasias that are available in the market. So, I mean, if you want to be that picky, feel free.
I mean, you're cutting out half. Okay. Give me a...
Manipulation drug deals?
I mean, you're not really manipulating him. You're being... I would say it's more charisma.
Yeah.
No? I mean, yeah, this is a high-scale drug deal. So I'll say... Or do you have finance?
I don't have finance. I have streetwise drug deal.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. Won't be quite as effective as finance to these people,
You
but...
do have the finance.
I have a dot, but not as good as having 4 dots from the
That's a
drug
cool
deal.
mug.
You're out there.
Alright, fair.
Just wait till we're in our season when he drinks.
A long wait.
Well,
Herb has a heart.
Yeah. Tommy wrote that one.
I think so, yeah.
I think for women.
I've heard
He's pretty
Mike say
ruthless.
numerous times that I'm a bad guy.
he's a... Yeah.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. I'll need to speak to my superiors about this, but some business is better than no business. I understand your logic in that. And part of the reason we're interested in this is because of this exact outlook. Very different than ours, but again, something the locals like.
The mindset of branding, that's how you're going to succeed here. You can't be like those other guys.
Yeah, we will,
Parties, you got Crows Jr.
I'll need some time, but I'd like to speak to you again in the future with some details, perhaps.
We'll be in touch.
Yep. Your hand, and both of them will just shake all of your hands, and they'll take the lead. Let's roll take our first break. Coming back for some more business later. Bye. We're back. Finishing up the business deal. We're going to go to Evelyn and Elijah, who are... I don't know what they're doing. What are you doing?
We're gonna go checking on Steeltooth Bradley's territory, so we'll probably get in the car.
My.
Ooh. Okay.
My new empire.
So I will call Tivoli.
Oh, dude, heal that shit.
An unfamiliar voice. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, I mean, thanks for calling the Tivoli. Hello.
Hello, new Huck. Hi, I'm
Sorry.
Evelyn Gibson calling for Miss Thorne.
Oh, yes. One moment, Miss Gibson. You hear somebody say they finally figures out how to transfer.
Hit transfer, dial the number, and hit transfer.
Shut up! That was my head.
Yeah, I felt that was more bully.
Yeah, eventually. Hello.
Hi, Elijah and I are checking in on his new responsibilities. Where should we go?
What do you mean checking in on?
He's taking up the mantle.
Alright, so let's get indoctrinated first. He'll need to meet with the other barons, and he'll need a whole process. You know what? This will work. Give us 1 hour. We just have to grind it.
Should we bring anything?
No. She hangs up.
I don't know. Alright, we have 1 hour. We'll have to Grand Ole. What did you say? Grand Ole. Okay.
No.
No?
Is that another place?
I don't know what you're saying. Grandel?
Grand Ole Opera?
What are you saying?
The Stiefel Meter?
That's what I said.
Did you say it again?
Grand
That's
Ole
why I was
Opera?
confused.
Grandel Opera is the name.
Oh yeah, the Grandel.
Grandel. I don't know what that is.
It's in it's the old church that's now a performance area or performance place in the Grand Center Art District. It's right by like the Fox
They
and
don't do anything.
that area.
Look at fancy.
You guys don't know stuff about our city. Oh,
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 Right,
they
let's
don't even know what
re-record.
St. Louis now.
St. Louis is
Fall
fallen.
St. Louis.
That's what happened for a bit.
Anything you want to do in your hour?
It's the
Anything you want to do in our hour?
I mean,
Gotta
Yeah.
impress them. They think we're behind it. We're dead if we don't do this, right?
behind what?
Steel tooth.
Oh, no, that's fine. I don't know.
They don't really
They
think
don't
you're
think
behind.
that.
it.
Well, she implied it in her yelling.
She implied that someone's fucked up.
Fucked
But
up, yeah.
You did a good job of
Yeah, you did
standing
really
your
good,
ground.
yeah. I'm not worried about that. Also, you don't know that.
No, hang on.
Time out. Have I met Margaret before?
Yes, you
Yeah.
met all of them when they indoctrinated me.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to have my ring on, which I usually probably do.
Do you know? I don't think I told anyone that name when we broke up, right?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You told him.
You
because
told
we
them.
had a.
I don't. You didn't tell me.
You had a whole blog about
Oh,
it.
and then you.
That
we met
still
up.
tracks.
Your stalker
yeah,
was
we know.
posting,
Okay. I just want to reiterate that.
and you
Do not bring her in. There's one time you guys called her in. She's out of this lifestyle. Do not call her. Do not text her for anything.
That's fine.
Awesome. Lastly, what do I wear? I'm wearing this.
Just come as you are. As a friend.
Nirvana? Oh, you were okay. Okay. Do you need to do anything in an hour?
We could. Do you need to eat? I could eat.
No, I'm alright.
I could eat.
Okay.
I'll just stop by a bar nearby and find somebody to manage.
Easy enough. Maybe. Yes, do someone.
And a bar.
Yeah, give me your manipulation, subterfuge, or charisma persuasion. Now, that's more if you're siren. So yeah.
Charisma persuasion, yeah.
I had a friend named Lady Cat. She was super petty about bars. What she did.
Add your hot die. I haven't had to do that in a while.
Oh,
Yes!
forgot about that. That old walnut.
I'm
Chestnut.
gonna activate awe too, so I can use all my other ones.
get a hot tie. Alright.
When you slick it back like that, you get that man bun
Like
going.
the character art, you're like, make them uglier. It doesn't look upsetting, you know?
5. Wait. Yeah, 5.
Sure.
Anyway, fine.
You can get your 2 hunger out,
Cool.
unless you want to go for 3.
No, I'll go 2.
Okay. You swing by a bar. Everyone goes in, just finds someone who looks like they would just be ecstatic to have someone as hot as Evelyn hit on them. Quickly take them back. Feed, make out. About 10 minutes, she's back.
That was quick.
Feeling good.
Fix my hair a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
That was 10 minutes. We have 15 minutes left.
Anything else you're
you need to
doing?
do? I'm feeling great.
No.
Is there anything you... I don't think we've had 50 minutes to ourselves.
Got an
A long time.
expensive
How
district.
have you been?
Talk them into giving you some nice
I've been-
clothes.
I'm doing better, I think. I think I'm doing better. Like, I feel more myself.
Because you
which
go
is-
slowly.
Yeah.
She was hot, like I get it.
Yeah.
But
But I think this is going to be for the best. So, yeah, I mean, I miss, like, my dad, my mom, or my sister, and my nephew and stuff. So, but it's nice, I mean, kind of think of you as a sister, so it's kind of nice to have this time together. So,
Brother.
How are you doing?
Oh, you know. I'm trying not to think about it. Because, I got killed. And I got screamed at by Margaret Thorne, who I actually really look up to.
Well, this can
So,
help
and
that.
she
So
was friends with my grandpa, which, this isn't the time to ask her about it, but
wasn't your grandpa being her hunter?
yeah, I don't pretend to get it. My parents have pictures of them posing with famous kindred,
Yeah.
so I feel like it's weird
Okay.
and complicated. And Margaret said she wanted to Google my grandpa, which I think she meant as a compliment.
In this society,
Yeah,
probably.
like that seemed like a nice thing to say. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to find out more, but
well,
after she laid into me, and
okay.
I mean, no, she lost a friend. And every right to be upset, especially if she felt like we could have been responsible, or I could have been responsible.
Why would you be responsible?
They've been safe for how long, and she invites a new Toreador in, and then something happens. She just was skeptical of the timing. So
I mean, it's warranted.
Nobody trusts anybody, and it's probably for the best. But
Well, hopefully this is doing this for her. We'll put you back in the good graces.
hopefully it gets you in the good graces. I mean, this is big. This is.
Never ran clubs before. I just played in them, so I hope I do good for not.
I don't think he actually ran them. I don't think.
See, I don't know. I'm not cut out for this line of kindred society. Stop.
What? I've never heard you say
It was adorable.
It was like a puppy.
It was so cute.
It's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
They're like little toy puppies.
Isolated.
And that's where we'll end the show tonight. You're
Check us out
welcome.
for the
It's
after
happy.
Oh.
But yeah, I think.
What was that?
It's a fucking DJ.
There's a
I
little
turned the radio
dog
down.
Weird sample. Turn that one down.
I mean, I guess. I had to make an entire ass movie to impress them. I can only imagine they're gonna put you through the ringer,
Fucking A.
musician-wise. But you're a good solo actor.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, I hope that this goes good for you.
Good for you, and
Yeah.
for our.
I mean, we are Fang,
Jordan
right?
and Herb also, because we're all caught up in this together. I think we need to remind each other that.
Take the lead. I'm always here to follow you. I always thought you were gonna be a good leader.
I will be.
Kind of led the entire group of your friends in school, so.
That's not true at all.
No?
No, I mean,
Wow.
I literally know.
You heard me and dropped
That's-
so committed.
This sucks. I mean, it was.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that, sorry. Sister Mary Lou?
She was the cool nun.
Was it Effie? I mean, it was
Yes.
Effie. She was.
No,
And I
never
mean-
really paid attention to Essie, I guess. But, well, whatever. This is your chance to lead, so.
I like planning. I like orchestrating.
I mean, yeah, you directed movies, so. Oh, it's an hour. Fun.
All right, so you guys kill some time, feed. You pull up to the Grendels. Like I said, it used to be a church. It's a beautiful stone building with sort of a main tower sort of off of the side, right in the middle of the arts district. They have a place called the Dark Room in there, which is sort of the jazz club portion. They also have like a little theater. They also have a variety of different things there. You pull up, and you can see a valet person outside. Comes up and opens the door for you to get out. They would like to meet with you first.
Alright.
Another person is there. Right this way up. So to a waiting area in the lobby. Sure. What?
Margaret.
Killer's here.
I got.
I found the mole.
Ooh.
Good reaction from the crowd.
Well, there's no music playing. It's very unsettling.
As soon as it starts, I'm always excited.
So, you were brought into the dark room portion. This normally be open right now. It's closed for private events. Small sort of jazz lounge with a bar and seating and whatnot. And there you see the remainder of Fame. You see Dimitri Blue, the large, robust man with his bright blue eyes and long, slicked back hair. You see Margaret, prim, proper, shock of red hair, thick white frame glasses as usual. Then you see Romo and Remy, two tall, extremely dark-skinned, identical twins, dressed in sort of stuff you'd see more on a runway than in like practical wear. It's really flowy, loose, high-fashion type outfits. Yeah, the one leads you to the room, and stays outside. It seems only the kindred are in this room. They're all sitting around a table speaking, and all towards you, and Margaret beckons you over.
Come over.
Gestures to a seat. How are you on finding my replacement?
Oh, I have her. Her name's Leah. She should be over to the gym. I can tell her to be there.
Yes, have her there. Not tonight. Tomorrow. First thing tomorrow evening. I hope she's not disappointed. I really liked Miranda. I hate that you made me do that. Elijah, we know of White Foxes. We know of his notoriety. It's been a minute since there's been a local band that's made it big, so there's lots of potential there. But I'm less familiar with him as an individual. You know him, or his friend? How should we go about doing this? How do you think he can best serve the Fine Arts National Group?
He is obviously an excellent musician. I think that goes without. I'm sure you all know that, otherwise you wouldn't have asked him to step into this
Dimitri
space.
sort of chuckles a little bit. Goes to a glass what looks like it's deep red. I don't know about excellent musician, but he is a musician. The children seem to like him. Again, useful. Obviously, yes, anyway. Right, I mean more his temperament. How are we best to utilize him? Are we to trust him with a variety of havens that CO2's looked over? Does he have a commanding presence about him? Are we going to have to make sure to have a lot of handlers on him, or does he work better with a little bit of a longer leash?
He's good at diffusing situations when they begin to escalate. I've noticed he has a history of violence, and he doesn't want to return to it. So he is quick to.
So
cut
it
that
was
off
quite
before.
violent, but he was horrible at diffusing situations. The Masquerade, of course. How is he on keeping quiet about what we are? I understand this recent run-in had actually surprised some of the reports I heard. Seemed like it was quite the breach, but seemed you have found a way to minimize the public spectacle.
We have a mutual friend, Margaret, who helped us out in that video for a great deal.
I should have known. You could have figured out on your own, but she's good.
And she has ties to him, so.
What do you mean?
She's watching out for all of us.
Why?
She is Elijah's mother's sire.
Interesting. His mother is of our club. Where is she?
Right now, I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery.
Elaborate.
She was kidnapped by someone else when I met with you the other
Kidnapped by
day.
whom?
The tzimisce I told you about. When I told you I wanted to include you in our further plans, those were the plans.
So it seems you're bringing some of your own baggage to this then, or at least he is.
Everyone always is.
Not always. This can be managed. The other groups in our little alliance, the Nereids, the Coven, how do they feel about him?
I'm not sure how the Coven feels about him, but him and Jordan butt heads quite a bit.
Useful.
The Nereids seem to like them. He and Ari work well together.
Also useful. Anything else we should know?
White Foxes is no longer together. So he is.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. He is no longer in the band White Foxes.
The whole reason for him being in this is because of his band's influence, their fame, their fortune. What use do we have for him without White Foxes? What happened? Did I not tell you to utilize this to your and our benefit? And now I hear they've broken up.
Yes. I have a out-of-game question.
No.
Stay in character.
No, it depends how I put it. Did we know that you got signed solo before? I feel like we did, but I don't know.
He wasn't.
That he was
solo show that he was
With
talking about
it was
doing.
my
He did a show. He's not like established.
No, someone
solo
approached him before.
Yeah,
about
'cause
his
all
solo
my
because Lily
stuff
got
got
mad at him about it. So
all my stuff got deleted
Yeah.
before Spencer took over.
Is that something that I would know? Did you tell?
Yep.
I'm looking. Would you? I thought you did, but I don't know.
Yeah, you saw me playing solo at the party too, and that's when Arabella came up to me. Said I nailed it. Lily didn't think so.
It's not true.
What?
Go back.
So I. But hang on. I know. Okay. He was approached as a solo artist before White Foxes was even signed. He is
Solo artist. Dimitri. So I get from two similar name characters. Sort of lean his corporate body against the table. I've looked into this band, and I have to say, it seems the woman was more of the front person, more of the soul of the group. I don't see him as a solo artist. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Did I hear this?
the woman in the band is
Just come
also
out playing Wonderwall.
nosy, messy, and a liability. If I'm being perfectly honest.
What do you mean a liability?
She has her fingers in all of his business all the time. She's rifling through to keep her from knowing what we get up to.
Does she know?
Do we know?
Yeah, you know she knows.
I know.
We do know.
It was at Evelyn's place when all that was going on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
His sister. Yes, I think she does.
And what is being done about that?
We're keeping track of her as best we can.
Keeping track of her.
Yes.
Look, someone doesn't get to know about what we are and remain among the living or remain free. They either need to be in servitude, complete obedience to us, or they need to be removed. This will be your first task. Your second task, bring Elijah in. Speak to this newly solo artist, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout for one of her people to go get him. You'll be retrieved from the lobby, Elijah.
I'm out there.
I go.
You heard those insults.
Yeah.
Brought into this table where you see the aforementioned kindred. Jake, Margaret gestures to a chair.
I'll sit.
I assume Evelyn has informed you our predicament. And I assume your being here is that you've agreed to step up to the occasion.
Yeah, anything to help Evelyn and Fang. I'm new to all this kind of stuff, but if you believe in me, I think I can do a good job.
We do. We've also heard some recent
Persuasion.
news about your... I heard the band is broken up.
Yeah, the band is over.
You're confident that you can make it as a solo artist. Look, I understand you... Romo and Remy tell me you put on quite a show. Forest Park not that long ago.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna need to see more of this. Your fame is of use to not only yourself, but of us. Obviously, it can be difficult having such a public persona and being what you are, but we have the resources to help you with this.
Oh, okay.
We have a need, though. All of us are artists in our own way. Our own specialties, our own domains have been granted to us. I don't want to lose any of our domains just because we are short. So we're going to need you to fill Mr. Steeltooth's shoes. We figure out what happened. Obviously, keep a low profile for now.
Okay.
But make it known that you're with Fang and you are going to need to demand respect of your station, which for now is barren.
Okay.
Again, this barony is unfortunately doesn't come with quite the prestige of some of the other barons in the city, as all of us are barons of our respective coterie. But no one of us now. To prove that you are worthy of this title, and to show the other kindred that Fang is so formidable. We have a few things to ask of you. First, we suspect they must have had an inside person. Find out who amongst his people led to his demise. He was too strong on his own to simply be taken by surprise. This was a professionally done job. He has many havens. The first you'll need to reclaim is the Blues Museum, Washington Avenue.
Okay.
You'll need to stay there. You need to make it known that that is yours. Right now, it's questionable, let's say. That's what Steeltooth was taken from. Tell me, what are your aspirations, Elijah? I understand I hope you're not just doing this as a favor and this is something you actually want. I hope you have some sort of goal in mind.
Yeah, I mean, as you already know, really new to this, but
Yes, we've heard.
yeah, you've helped us out a lot, but if I'm gonna embrace this life, I might as well do it with something I enjoyed while I was living. So if I can cater to the artiste in St. Louis and really, embrace all that, make it for Fang, I've never really felt like I belonged anywhere, and Fang is full of musicians, artists, directors, all sorts of things. So I feel like I fit here for once in my life. So I feel like I can actually make a name for myself, and maybe Fang's domain can go even further.
I hope so. I understand you have the blood of the rabble, but you have the disposition of one of the higher clans, hopefully.
I try.
Steeltooth made his havens in jazz clubs and whatnot. I understand you have your own style of music.
Jazz.
If you have aspirations of branching out into other venues, this can be discussed and worked on.
Yeah.
We need to work with the other barons. Some of the more prominent musical venues in the city lie in other domains. But hopefully you can prove yourself.
I think I can.
We can turn this loss into an opportunity for expansion. I think the us Anarchs will take more of a liking to you than they do to Steeltooth. This could be a blessing in disguise.
I'm happy to hear that.
And I heard you're formidable when cornered, so...
Yeah, I try to not put myself in those positions, but if it comes push comes to shove, then yes. I can do it.
Alright, she'll sort of look around. The two twins were just intently listening, watching you. You see Dimitri seemed bored halfway through the conversation and sort of just keeps glancing, waiting for this to end. Shoots him a look. Alright then. If I could just have one more word with Evelyn, and we'll be seeing you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I'll leave and I'll run.
You know what you need to do? Trusted you with the coterie, him especially. We're considering you his handler for the time being. Any disappointments he brings will reflect upon you. His success will also reflect upon you. It's been a tumultuous time, but I still have a very good feeling about you, Evelyn. You come from good stock. You've got vision. Don't disappoint. Alright, she'll dismiss you. Your car's pulled up. Victor, get in.
How'd that go for you?
Oh, way worse than it went for you.
Really?
Actually, my part was pretty bad for you. We should start driving.
Okay.
Well, this is happening. You get a phone call from one of your drug buddies and Iris's person. Marcus was his name?
Yeah.
It's a game.
You answer?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. So boss was wondering if you had I know it's super late. Sorry to call you this time, but she wanted to know if it's cool if I sent you some info. Wanted you to swing by someplace tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Is it like? Did she say it was like the info, or was it like just?
Yeah, it seems like the info. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
She wanted to know. I mean, if you want to talk to her in person, she said she could meet real quick
tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Where's she at?
I'll text the spot to you.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll be in touch, man.
Okay. Hangs up.
So Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, glad to ever
text you an address.
Iris wants to meet. She thinks she has something for tomorrow. I don't know how long you want to stick with the book before we, potentially make the trade. The book. Let me just refresh my memory. Did Iris want the book afterwards too, or no?
She said you can have the book back.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. She said she's willing to meet with us So, I don't know if we want to try to pick up the other guys before we go over there, but we should probably hear her out if we're really going to go through with this. I don't know if that whole, spooky
shit.
lady conversation changed your mind on anything.
Well, fuck. We should have asked.
Oh. Spooky ladies?
This is Tzimisce, you wanting
The book?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, too late now. We plan on getting it back.
I mean, he was Jim's partner a while back. Maybe if you, ate his ass, there'd be some knowledge you could take that Jim had. What do you think? I mean, if that's not chill of you, I mean, that's fine.
He's Tzimisce, he's not Malkavian.
I mean, he was looking into that book for a reason, though. So maybe he has some knowledge. I mean, at least the way that I thought I understood it was they were partners at one point looking into this whole nothingness business. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
I think she wanted to eat him, though. I think that was a thing.
Yeah, I was just scared if he's that old, but
yeah.
Either way, I mean, that's kind of our plan though, is to not have to deal with her anymore either. So. But yeah, if we want to call the gang.
Yeah, let me hit them up and see if they're available. I'll get Paul.
Sure. Hey, you guys are done with your meeting?
Yo, you want to go meet with some really creepy lady about the book stuff?
Yeah, might as well.
Tight.
What's her asking about?
Creepy lady.
Yeah.
I'll text you the message. Meet us there. Alright?
Cool.
Okay. It's more of like seems to be a closed trucking place, like a shipping company. Actually, Illinois, right across the river. Are you gonna meet up first and then go there, or just meet there?
Probably meet there. I'll send them the address and place.
Okay.
We'll probably get dropped off by Uber and plan to drive back with them.
Okay. Uber drops you off in the middle of this closed.
You sure this is the place, man?
Place?
Yeah, no, this is it. Thanks, dude.
Shit, alright, 5 stars, man.
Soon after they'll arrive.
Yo. Spooky place, right?
What's the plan again for this lady?
Chat with her.
Okay.
About her plan. I mean, it's her plan more than it's our plan. She's like, let's go to Dimitru.
And if we give her the book, she uses it to kill Dimitri, right? And then I get my mom back?
No, we're gonna exchange the book for your mom.
Speaking, you can see a woman walking down the road towards you. It's a very plain looking brunette, 20s looking woman.
I'll do since you haven't seen.
You give me wits aspects.
I think I remember last time she was putting on some facade. Three.
You peer, and it seems to actually be just a woman walking down this road towards you.
Is that her? Didn't you say she was
No.
talked out of her hands or something?
Chill, yeah. No. I don't think so. Normie.
Yeah. Actually, this woman just walks up and looks at all of you.
Evening.
Yeah.
And then it's like she was standing there the whole time. So your mind sort of adjusts to what you're actually seeing, not what she wanted you to see. As you could then see this weird walking masquerade breach. Those huge, lidless eyes, a weird, smooth, doll's mask looking face, huge, long hands, which she now just turns and you can see a mouth on each one. As both speak in unison to you.
Iris. Hey.
Are you ready?
I mean, we could be if we need to. I don't know how much time we have left.
can convince him to meet and exchange Monica for the journal. He wishes to act soon, if left to his own devices.
Right, and then, this is why we came here to chat about what our plans were. Tomorrow, Marcus said, your plan?
Yes, a simple exchange. The Nosferatu for the book. Then I would wait 2 days. When he is confident things are safe, I will tell you where he is. You will find him. You will defeat him. I will eat him. Then the book is once again yours.
Right. And, how can we be sure he stays in the city?
I will make sure of that. I do believe he plans on leaving. But the journal. We will want to look at this first.
Right.
It will absorb his intention. And while distracted, we will be led to him. It is best and safest if I am near, but not present. He is my sire. If put in immediate danger, I fear the hold he has on me, the sway he has on me, may cause me to intervene on his behalf.
Just how worried should we be about him? Should we get help, extra help, to defeat him?
I will let you know closer to the night. I will update you on his status, his condition, his vulnerability. You can decide from there.
Speaking of conditions, I still have a hole in my fucking stomach. So if we're gonna do this fast, you said 2 days after we do the exchange?
At least.
So that gives us maybe 3 nights rest.
Yes.
And you're still gonna be in rough condition.
Not as rough, but not full brouhaha.
From it sounds like it, Iris, he would attack sooner than that. Otherwise,
If there were not a plan in action for him to have the journal, yes.
so you'd be in worse shape if we didn't do this.
No, I understand. I just didn't want to go into the fight without you guys knowing that, so.
Excellent, I will tell him we have a deal. Tomorrow, we will meet, bring the journal. Soon after, we will enact our plan. Is this agreeable?
Yes.
Excellent, goodbye.
Iris,
She starts to close her hands and opens again. Yes.
the Nosferatu. How is she?
Fine. Closes her hands and her mouths. She turns. She appears. As she turns, you see this weird, tall, alien, monstrous figure. Once again, just like a very forgettable-looking woman. She walks away.
Her back is turned?
Yeah, so that's a trip, right? Oh, fuck.
I'll never get used to this fucking life.
Yeah, no, this shit's weird. Yeah. So, seems like we're going through with it. Oh, kind of glance over and make sure she's a good distance away and start moving away. Back to the car.
Sure.
Oh, shotgun.
Nice.
All right. Hey, respect.
So,
Of course, you would call
Waiting all night.
Oh,
shotgun.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
any thoughts?
So many
Then-
thoughts.
I'm driving. I'll start driving back.
We got this. We have sword duty. I have to establish domain at a blues club now.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
That
Like,
actually
are you
does.
gonna have like a guitar battle with the devil?
I like the
that's what I
biggest
needed. I write
saxophone.
something down. And then all this, and still OTK or Valen, whatever his fucking name is. And
I feel like he's gonna be on the back foot for a minute,
yeah, we did a pretty good number on him.
but
My mom's important.
yeah, man, we gotta get your mom out of that situation. She's done too much for us to leave her hanging like that.
I know.
So,
I know.
and I mean, if we can, I don't know if we can trust Iris for sure, but perhaps maybe we should like figure out a way to like track her or something.
Don't you have those stones?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe we can figure out a way to like slip one of those either on Dimitru or her.
Depends on how this interaction goes. Maybe we can. I mean, no, we can't trust a kindred, but maybe her intentions are what she says. She does her thing, and then it's over and done with. We'll never have to see her again, which is fine by me. Yeah,
Important things that we get your mom back.
exactly.
Right.
And the book back. Sure. For Jordan's sake.
Of course, yeah. I mean, so
I can't
perhaps we
read
should
the
spend the
damn
rest of the night, glimpsing what you can from the book just in case.
Sure.
That's my plan.
Okay.
By the
You
way-
don't have much night left, so
Just a heads up. I think I already told I told you. Me and Lily, we broke up. Don't call her text her. She is done with this life. I don't want her brought in like she was that
she's
one
been
time.
blowing up my phone all night.
I know.
It's a bit obnoxious. Like, you're lucky I'm like too lazy to hit her back, but
Anyways, don't text her, call her, bring her back. It's over and done with. Yeah.
alright, I'll text you that.
Where's Delilah staying again? Arabella.
You don't know. I don't even know. That's the wild part.
Wait. Who are you calling?
All right.
Okay.
I'm second position.
where are you guys resting for the day?
I'm gonna need a place to crash because my place is hella compromised.
What happened with your
Well,
place?
here's the thing.
You remember we fought the OTK there?
I just uncompromised our place.
Nice.
So, High Point?
Yeah.
She needs to get the book.
Chill.
Yeah,
She can
we're
go
already
back
on the
to
other
the
side of the
convent.
river.
You're just gonna crash it. The Coven?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get an Uber there.
And
We'll
then
head
you
back to
guys
the high
head to the
point.
high point.
Yeah.
You don't need us or anything, right? I just don't want to abandon you.
I would, before we go sleep, pull Elijah aside because we didn't have a moment to talk about it before. Put the music back on, it makes me nervous.
No, he has other music. I'm sure he's.
Before we got pulled away, I was saying that my conversation was worse for you. They know that Dimitri has your mom, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have
No.
put that out there without your permission, but it was on the spot, and I was scared. I was scared shitless. And they felt like I was hiding something that this all could have been over. But we had talked about before maybe involving them in any plans we had with them, so I thought it wasn't overstepping too much. I'm sorry, there's no sense.
Are they doing anything to help bring my mom back?
I haven't asked them yet. I told them that we talked about it, and I mentioned to Margaret that I had something that we might ask her about before, so I just said that was what we were, I just clarified it. So, if we decide we want to take a more aggressive approach, I think we'll have resources at least,
That's not bad, man.
but they know, so. And after you left, they said that your success would reflect well on me, and you can assume the opposing remark they made about your failure, but I'm not going to think about that one because I think we got this, right?
Yeah. What do I do?
You instill some confidence in you, Evelyn.
So they want you to take back the Blues Club.
Yeah, what does that fucking mean? To make sure that they know that's in my domain? Without breaching the... Do I just do a lot of shows there, or what?
Start doing shows there, make yourself known there. If there's... I mean, Second Inquisition's poking around at Arcadia, so if people are poking around there, I would assume they want us to get rid of them.
This is the backseat, right?
I said you're on the other side! You can listen now.
It's like those private.
And that...
To the Hypopedia.
He's there.
No, we dropped him off.
Just on the side of the road? Sorry, her. So, I mean, we taste the joint, figure out what's going on there, and...
At Arcadia?
No, Blues Museum.
Blues Museum, okay.
And then, I mean, what do we have? Because we take that one, that's the first step, but I think it'd be easier to get you in. We have Firebird,
Fubar,
Fubar.
Pops, Diamond Music Night, or Diamond Music Hall. Not Cabaret. Not Cabaret, Diamond Music Hall. That's in St. Charles, though.
I don't really care about that.
Okay, yeah, St. Charles sucks.
Spandura.
But I'm meant to, like, if we can expand it. The thing is, like, I don't want to be... You should be the Baron. Why aren't you the Baron? Be the Baron. I don't want to be the Baron. You lead. I follow. Lily was the leader. I followed.
I am your handler. I am here to make sure that you don't fuck up. So, I am, essentially.
Alright, tell me what to do. This is not my forte.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We've got... Let's get your mom back.
Yes.
Let's worry about that, and then we can think about Blues Museum. That's the first step. We take it one at a time, and we take them one success at a time.
Okay. I like this confidence, so I will follow.
You're confident, or you get killed. That's what I've just figured out. So, sun's coming up.
Yeah.
Let's be confident that we're not going to die tonight.
Anything else you want to tell me? All right.
Huh? And we'll talk to the other two about the Blues Club and everything. I just wanted to stuff about your mom.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I have one bowl left.
Can I do some more book perusing real fast before bedtime?
What are you looking for?
Glossary.
The secrets?
I'm gonna get burned.
Other stuff I can read? Anything about...
What did we learn tonight? Green Knight?
Green Knight or Anku?
Pick one.
You know the right answer.
Why can I only ask that one question?
What else did you...
I mean, you don't have a lot of time, really.
What else did we learn? I mean, we already knew about Nod. You've already looked at Nod stuff, right? Like, looked for Nod stuff.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Yeah, so... Green Knight's the only thing that's been, like, new. I'll give that a go.
Yeah, let's do the Green Knight shit.
I was transferring the entire time. And you kind of helped it.
The intelligence occult.
Why am I doing a cult now?
Culty stuff.
I'm not even a cult.
I can give it a go.
Very good.
Since
Are you
she's
really?
good at English,
Yeah.
Does she get a bonus for knowing
Oh,
the
yeah, dark
poem?
web stuff. That's right.
Yeah. I thought that was your whole roll.
As 2 successes.
I mean,
You get
have to go to
willpower
sleep,
back
you can use
tomorrow.
the willpower.
Yeah.
Only get 2 of them back, or 3 of them back. 3?
I only have 1 black dice.
You look try to find something specifically about the story of the Green Knight, how it connects to the sword or any of this, and you get quite a headache. Luckily, the next success is not to be mentally harmed by looking through this, but you don't find anything useful before you eventually have to succumb to your day's sleep. And that's where we'll take our final break. What?
We can pick up later, but I would want a ritual for the stones. So we haven't done that in a while.
That's true. We'll when we get back.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep. Let's go.
Alright, everybody.
Drug dealer, bad person, bad person.
Shut up. We're back. Rouse checks.
Oh, she hungry.
Oh, he hungry.
I'm gonna try to heal.
What are you doing? Why are you making a
I'm
noise?
also gonna try
I'm
to
gonna
heal.
try to heal.
Also trying to heal.
I'm in torpor.
You're at 500?
Yeah, I don't wake up.
Oh, how's it feel, baby?
Yeah, you
Oh,
actually
this
do.
is the first time. Let
I've never
me
done it.
feel this.
So you have to go past 500
Okay.
to go in torpor. Something I might have been messing up for a minute.
That's fucked us a lot of times.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Nah,
guys.
a
I've
lot of
taken
time.
care
You
of it.
deserved it.
I've taken
Fair.
care of it. Don't worry.
So
So yeah, the most recent episode of Hub and I watched, they clarified that. I'm like, not how I've been doing it.
nope.
So you all realize you could get a little more hungry than you could before.
Cool.
My belly's a little
Ritual.
bigger.
Yes.
Stone.
Intelligence plus blood
That's
sorcery.
right. Heal.
Difficulty,
Heal.
you'll have to get 2 successes.
No,
It's
you
a
get
level
one.
1.
You
Okay.
get one.
Okay, I already marked that one.
So you're hunger 5, so you're full to, not empty to the burst, and you're about to frenzy.
Oh, I've messed up.
But you're at the cup.
I've never read
Your feet if you want that.
Okay.
I fucked up.
Let me re-roll for this. Yeah.
This is fun.
It'll be the first time you killed someone feeding here.
You won't.
And it ain't gonna be the last.
Cool. I have 2.
Not there.
He's right, you're
I got my 2.
2? Okay. So you have 1 bloodstone. You spent.
I think I
You're there with him?
2.
We're all on the same time here.
So you're there?
Maybe you'll know better than me. We'll check the sheet.
I
I'm
thought
pretty
you
sure
were
that's
saying
true.
that's why.
Pretty sure that's true.
Why'd you say it like that?
Okay. So you wake up. Herb immediately gets to sorcery stuff. What the rest of you doing? You're
Technically,
feeding?
that would have needed to have happened the night before.
Night before. Well, yeah, we'll say that's what you did before. Well, they had a discussion. You did that. Jordan.
I will.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's performance persuasion.
In the club, yeah.
So that would be
Had your hot die.
4.
Also had 5 hunger die.
Thank you. So that's
You can rouse if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, now you speak up?
So
Yeah, first time.
only when I'm about to frenzy do I speak up. So
Which is
that's
opposite,
4 for performance and 3 for persuasion.
Yeah, the caster can keep track of the number of stones up to their resolve, which is 2.
Okay.
I've rolled so well since I returned this.
That's true. You've been rolling good.
No, that was ours.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
She has 10 successes.
5 successes.
5.
2.
That's enough. I'll say you can feed for 3.
Ooh, hot dog.
Putting one of these poor... Someone got to the club real early, just had a bad day, is ready just to stay here all night.
I really made it worth their time, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be feeling whatever was worth their time for a few days.
I know somebody who's like that.
Yeah, I feel attacked.
Oh, vindication feels so good.
Vindicated.
Thank you for that.
Selfish.
I know. Somebody's bad, baby.
Aw,
A
what
tank
the fuck?
drives into the club. Okay. What are you two doing? Are you 3 are in the high point?
Do we have a time?
It's early. Oh, you mean to me? No, she's
Yeah, her.
gonna text us. Yeah.
While you finish taking some from the private rooms, make a little bit of money feeding off of them, you send them on their way, clean up the blood a little bit, and you hear don't turn around. I've been tasked to set up an exchange. You're Jordan, correct?
Yeah.
Come with me.
Do you know where you're at, buddy?
Oh, I know very well where I am. You know where you are, buddy.
We're still in the club, yeah?
You are? In one of the private rooms in the back.
Alright. Let's go.
You feel a tug. Turn you around. Your face is looking.
It was right.
I was just messing with you. But I actually was tasked to set up this meeting. I heard you're doing an exchange. So yeah, Dimitri reached out to the old Nas. They knew we had some people here, and we got some people on him. So when I get your group together, I'll lead you where you need to be. I got you pretty good. Don't be you're not mad, are you?
No, I'm just really disappointed I didn't get to watch your body dismembered in the middle of the club.
Oh, well.
She mad.
You fucker.
Yeah, get the others. We gotta do this soon.
Okay. Call the group up. I call her.
Do we have time before that happens to do anything?
To do what?
I need a feed.
I had 2 things. One was
Stop doing that.
one was speed. The other would be faster, trying to get a hold of Noah.
How are you trying to get a hold of Noah?
Calling places. And
Pizza Hut.
specifically him,
Mm-hmm.
You
and
on pizza
then
tonight, yeah?
also the
Oh,
dojo.
fuck.
You call him, there's no answer. If you call the dojo early, an answer. Hello?
Hey, yeah. What's going on? It's Herb.
Yeah, I can tell. You got an interesting way of talking there, buddy. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm worried about Noah. I mean, it sounds like, what's his name, Sensei?
Razor Rahim.
Razor Rahim. Is it? It sounds like him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, have you heard from Noah? I'm worried about him.
No, not in a few days.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I mean, you're privy to the shit we're into.
Yeah.
Some stuff went bad. I've been trying to get a hold of him, but yeah, I mean, just
His lesson's in a couple days. If he doesn't turn up for that, then I'll know for sure something wrong. I'll see if I get a hold of him before then. What happened?
Smoke or
Tilly.
Tilly. You know her, right?
Yeah.
She didn't make it, man. We were doing some fucking, hero business like Noah's into. And, yeah, we were all there together. And, we got bested in some way or another. She didn't make it. And I'm just worried about Noah. He's gonna be...
Who did it?
I'm not sure if he's told you about OTK, but...
The guy in the news?
Yeah. Fucking evilest of evils, man. He's, I had a lead on it. I probably had something to do with it, because I told him about it. But, it's exactly the kind of thing that's right up Noah's alley.
Yeah, I need to check up on that. Thanks for letting me know.
Hey, call me. If you need a hand or any help. I care about Noah too, and I'm trying to make sure he's gonna make it through this
He's a good kid. I don't know how he's gonna handle this, to be honest.
I think rough, but
He was fine, put himself in danger, but her. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll keep you up.
I don't know why I'm not it, but nah, and it seems like something her would do. Nah, and I'd be like, all right, man. Yeah, I'm worried about him too. So let me know if there's anything I can help.
We'll do. So you threw a feeding?
Yeah.
How?
I would use some dealer connections to find a trap house of sorts.
Okay. You too?
I'm gonna visit some pump clubs and clean it up.
Okay.
Have I used my herd this week?
I'll say no, because I don't remember.
I'll meet up with Henry and go out for a drink.
You've heard of 2, right? Or 1?
Mm-hmm. Just 1.
Okay, so you can feed 1.
Oh no, it's 2.
You can feed 2.
The last time we leveled up, I got it.
I have a herd of 2 as well. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can use your herd.
Do I get a resonance when it's 2? Or no? I think that's part of why.
Oh, actually, I'm only hungry too, so I'm not gonna waste my herd on that. I'll just go out on its own.
How hungry are you?
I have 3 hunger.
Okay, so I'll say you guys could also like 2 hunger, 1 if you need it.
Okay.
Let's look at your thing.
So I need to get Majesty, is what I've
We're not
officially
there.
decided. And,
Jordan's
So I
Majesty is
Her 2.
terrifying.
dealing with all the shit.
Yeah. So you want a resonance for
Straight
what?
daunting the
Just
entire
for
I'm
time.
just stealing
Which
everyone.
Sure.
I think is saying
Seducing
Yep.
and
I'll say you could get that. So you
Medusa.
can add 1 to
That's
your
not a thing, and I feel like you knew that.
Medusa.
to your presence until.
It's not,
Medusing.
it's not a verb.
I can Medusa somebody if I want.
Shit. All right. I think your Majesty already.
Naturally.
I first read them.
Ooh, you hear that?
I know. I gotta get a lot of experience.
I think I want to take up.
Okay, so you guys have
Whatever,
fed.
Oblivion.
Jordan's called you up to meet.
Hey, it's time to meet up. People with shit.
Right.
And our little pal, Loki here, kind of grabbed by the neck a little bit. Came to pay us a visit, so we have shit to do.
Sort of ruffles your hair too. Thinks you're palling around.
Chill. Alright. Should we meet you at the club? Or...
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we'll be there in a bit. I gotta catch up with the other guys. We all split up for a minute, but we'll get a hold of them.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have left the Fed, reconvene, go to the club.
I asked Loki though. Were you just watching? Do you show up here sometimes for free shows?
I mean, it's one of my regular spots. And the thing about low-key is, I'm always around in the low-key. You'll never know.
I don't like low-key Simon. That sucks.
It's a good log though.
No, I was not there the whole time. I came in at the end, but felt weird watch. I'm not a creep, you understand that, right? Right?
Answer him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had a job to do, so I had to find you. I'm doing my job.
Okay. All right. Hopefully, at this point,
I mean,
they show.
I look at you more as like
Easy deal to be made.
no, Jordan, no. When are the others going to be here?
That's why we had fan art made for him. It's good.
Yeah, this is fun.
You should know she's gonna come.
Probably.
Should be soon. So, what do you know about this shit? I know you know more.
I
than you
mean,
should.
if you want things done,
Don't say Loki.
I mean, not just me. I mean, there's other Nosferatu around. We're seen as the if you need things done secretly, precisely, we're the ones to do it. If you need a clandestine meeting set up, you're the Nosferatu. So they did. A pretty close knit clan. So we've set this up. And don't worry, the other half of this deal took care of all the bargaining to set it up. You guys don't know what's anything.
Sounds right, since we're the one being hoodwinked, but
Oh, why would you say that?
it's gonna cost you.
I learned it. Yeah. Eventually the rest arrive. You know, I assume you're taking one of Evelyn's fancy cars.
Why'd you say it like that?
What is...
I would go retrieve the book from my room. On the way to my room, I would leave them in the wherever they were,
Okay.
so you guys can chat with them. It's
My
fun,
eyes are closed.
super fun.
Super Catholic.
Would God, shut up. Would Zoe perhaps be in her room? Or is she out on the floor?
Zoe's working, but if you need to use her, you can.
I'll grab the book, throw it in a backpack. And I would kind of peek out to see if she was in the middle of anything. If she is, I'm not gonna bother.
Let them know.
Okay.
Performance.
So I would let what's his face know, the guy that runs the club.
Adam.
Yeah. I would let him know I was stepping out for a minute and to tell Zoe to text me if she gets free later.
Will do.
Alright. Thank you. I'll be back in a little bit.
They'll head out, pile in the car. Loki calls shotgun.
Fucker.
Session sucks.
So Loki, you know a bit about these people we're setting this meeting up with?
A bit, yeah.
Right.
I heard you've had some meetings of your own recently.
Yeah, you probably heard, right?
Yeah, probably.
Expansions and such. I see, I've heard things about yourself moving into markets that I've left behind.
I dabble.
Right. Yeah, that's chill. You know, welcome to the scraps. You kind of smile.
That's a cool mug. I'm there for this.
But
Let
I
me
mean,
spell.
you're an enterprising fellow, right, Loki?
Enterprising. In my own way.
Right. So you'd be like willing to find opportunities to, gain favors or, help us, make sure that this is an advantageous situation that we're about to head into, right?
For free?
No, of course
Go on.
not. Lean back and be like, listen, we're going to be pretty busy with this whole exchange. But what would be great, produce one of the stones. If one of these ended up in, a vehicle or somehow nearby, so that we knew exactly where they were heading, right? And, in exchange,
Go on.
I'll owe you a pretty big favor. Or maybe I'll cut you in a little bit on some of the deals that you've been listening in about, right? I mean, there's no reason for us to be adversaries in these markets. You don't always have to be feeding off scraps.
I'd say we've got more to chew on than just scraps. I mean, your business is neat and whatnot, but I understand your
Right, if you want to, cater to mortals all your life, that's cool. It's perfectly fine. I was a mortal not so long ago. It's chill. It's a chill business to be in.
missing word is you sort of hit your limit on expansion. Got cold feet. You don't quite have the stomach to do what needs to be done to move things on. But you've got good products. That I have heard.
Right. So, I mean, sure, you can have a little bit of stomach and grit, or you can have a little bit of fucking innovation and talent.
Sure, we could do the tit
Which
for
sounds
tat,
better to
but
you.
let's strike our deal now. You're asking me to plant a bloodstone on a very dangerous elder tzimisce.
Yeah.
That's a life or death situation, how I see it.
Right.
So what I'm asking in exchange is pretty meager, but generous. I like you. I like all of you. You should have seen on Frank Jordan earlier. Can't just do that with anyone. I've been in talks with the system as well. You've got a little more to offer. So, if you were to deny them the opportunity to work with you, I'll make sure this gets where it needs to be.
Shit.
And the alternative being that they work with you instead?
We've already been in talks.
Okay, here, how about this? You can keep this stone and shove it up your ass, Loki. Throw it at him. Give him the finger, and then lean back. Now take us to where we're going.
It's going to be an awkward ride if you're... it's wheeling and dealing, but that's what it is. I know these aren't easy to make. Let's get it back. Let's have the best businessman with them.
Right. I like to see you try to compete.
Hey,
I'm driving.
we're on the same team right now, right, guys?
Shotgun can control the radio. I went to Loki because he called chocolate.
Okay.
What's he put on?
He puts on some like SoundCloud rap or mumble rap.
Oh, there you go.
I'm into that. Well, no.
Is it no? Eventually, he just sort of gives you directions. He doesn't give you an address or anything. Just towards the left here, right there, next exit, and whatnot. Takes you to a location, sort of south city. Has you pull over on the side of the road, sort of a residential neighborhood. We'll get out and we'll lead you to a sewer grate.
Whose car did we take?
Evelyn's.
Evelyn?
Lift the cover, toss it aside. After you.
I'll go first.
I'll go third.
Second, I guess.
You guys go in. He goes in behind you. And he leads
That's
you.
good.
You don't stay in the sewer very long until there's a break in it that seems to be like an actual cavern. You've heard there's quite a few like caverns underneath St. Louis. It seems to have an entrance into this cave system. And he will lead you until eventually you just sort of stop in a tunnel. Alright, this is the place. Should be coming up from that direction at 8 points. Look that way when you turn, Loki's gone. This is it. You see. Slowly creeping back.
I flick the stone at him again.
Dodges it and keeps creeping.
Fuck up.
He doesn't disappear though. He sticks around. Just a little ways away.
I'm gonna go over and grab that stone.
Okay.
You know how hard those are to make, right?
Alright,
Oh,
Loki.
fucking so hard. I
Alright.
swallowed one once.
Let's go, gang. And Loki. I start moving towards.
So now I gotta wait here. This is the spot.
Are you coming from that area?
Can I heighten senses? So I can hear.
I'm gonna activate all.
Okay, you activate all. Heightened sense. Anyone else?
I mean, I already have Sense the Unseen running, so.
Oh, cloud memory.
On yourself.
Yep. So you're alright, so you know.
There's nothing around, right? It's
Just in like a
empty
tunnel, like a cavern tunnel.
Just in case it goes bad, I will activate prowess.
Okay.
I do get hungry.
Rouse, you're a little hungrier. As you wait. Jordan, you hear footsteps? Maybe? Multiple things moving, clinking against the stone. Here's something wet, dragging. Just through in the darkness ahead of you.
Take the bloodstone.
Okay. After a few moments, you see.
Can I also, like, shove it into, like, a deep pocket in the backpack I got?
Sure.
It probably won't work, but... Or maybe too obvious.
It'll definitely work.
Then there'll be...
You put it in the backpack?
Don't do it. Okay, I take it out. I
Take
rethink
it
it.
Alright, while they're not looking, I slip one in.
Yep.
I've just been putting
Making me
rocks in
itchy.
there. They're not ready.
Yeah.
I've just been making it
Seems fun.
There's a cat
It's like
on
an
board.
itchy.
So we're not trying to bug the black backpack?
No, it's way too obvious.
Okay. So, who has the stone? You still have it?
Eat it.
Okay.
I have a stone, you have a stone.
Eventually, you see Dimitri. His torso, at least. This weird slicked back hair, this long goatee that seems to always be moving a little bit. These sort of heavy ridges along his temple and forehead. The legs, or what would be his legs, seem to be almost like the centipede-like slug that seems to just be drug across the cavern. He's much larger than you saw last. And you see there's multiple legs just sticking in the stone and dragging his swollen body across this tunnel. You see the lanky, skinny, long-fingered Iris just quietly walking behind him. You heard another with them, but they seem to have stopped further back. Probably they're in Nosferatu.
How close is Loki?
Within eyesight, but decent ways back. You do see Iris is holding her mother. This weird, monstrous Dumitru pauses before you. I apologize for our appearance. I needed you to be properly dissuaded from making any brash decisions. You can see I've left the Nosferatu intact. With this, Iris kneels and sets your mother down.
I kind of give her like a good examination to make sure it's her. That we've run into that before, where like people have been disguised as somebody else.
You can like walk up to her and look at her, or you just like glance at her.
I guess I would call out and be like, may I take a closer look to make sure everything's on the up and up.
How do we know it's really her? Last time it was her, it was you.
Please, no more interruptions. I do not wish to conjure resentment after our deal is concluded. I promise you will have no interference from me. I hope to expect none from you moving forward. I hope the journal provided some enlightenment. But it really is I who is best served to understand what Jim saw. It may make you feel better that I will be leaving the city soon. I wish you good fortune in your future endeavors. We're all quite capable for those so young. So, here's the Nosferatu. Where is the journal?
Take the backpack off my shoulder.
Iris steps forward. So his long-mouthed hand. Takes it. Opens it. Looks in, but doesn't touch the book. Brings it instead to Dumitru. Reaches in. See his hand shake a little bit as he looks at it. You're making the right decision. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And Iris picks up again and moves her closer and sets her at your feet. Steps back.
Not that take a closer look at her.
Sure.
I'm there first. I'll pick her up.
Yeah, you pick her up and your mother. Can you give me an mom check?
Mom check.
Say intelligence. Awareness.
2 or B shall fail.
Yeah. Your mother.
It's her.
So I'm not checking her out again?
You do the same.
It's not my mom.
Yeah, with that, his body just turns. He begins going back in the tunnel that you came. Iris lingers for just a moment before also turning and walking behind him.
They're like freakishly formed and unclothed and unburdened? Or what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've never seen Iris. I mean, she doesn't really have any anatomy, genitalia, or anything like that, but you've never seen her with clothes. He looks more monstrous, sluggish, where she looks more almost like alien, almost like futuristic even.
But pretty hard to plant something on them.
Yeah. They have a lot of weird ridges and folds and stuff, but not any actual clothing.
Yeah, alright. And then I guess we watch. So.
You're low-key. It's not too late if you want to do that.
It's not too late. Do you want my deal?
What? I mean, yeah, okay. Okay.
We need to get her to Wendy.
Yeah, let's hurry the fuck back. Yeah.
Okay. You're all going back to the high point then?
Yeah.
Okay. Take her back to Wendy.
Yeah. Tell Lucky to fuck off. Says we're out of service.
Okay. I don't understand the sudden hostility.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just like, you know, this is our business, coterie stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're friends, right? But like,
I mean, I thought we were. You've been kind of mean, her.
coterie is like a different thing.
Yeah, but like you're gonna go back to your coterie, to a Nosferatu. Good luck with your secrets.
Hey, man, I gave you a fair offer.
And I gave you a fair offer. Just because we're gonna make a deal doesn't mean you have to be so salty about it. This isn't a good look for you, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like I have plenty of reason to be plenty pissed. So,
Loki,
I
we appreciate
respectfully disagree,
everything.
but I have stuff to do.
Thank you, Loki.
We'll see you next time, Loki. Don't sneak up behind me again.
Wait, you doing pranks?
Very sneaky. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck, I don't
watch him as he goes.
I don't have something to say. I can't think of it.
Okay.
Alright, taking them. Wendy, the high point.
Wendy is quite ecstatic to see Monica again.
This is her, right?
Well, only one way to be sure. Bite. Feed her. After a moment, we'll see. His eyes open. She looks at all of you and hey, Monica. She sits up. Oh.
What happened? What did they do to you?
I don't feel right.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
I don't know.
Did they mess
Melatonin,
up your
tummy?
insides?
Perhaps. She slides down again. Yeah, things are arranged differently. We'll probably fix it with it. It'll take a few days.
Any
Whatever you had to do, thank you. Thank you. All of you. Sorry
It's not your fault.
Sorry I fucked up.
It's not your fault. We sent you with knowing that Amici was able to do this.
I didn't know there was another.
We're working with the other.
Oh?
What we had to do to get you back.
What'd you have to do exactly?
Give up something special to somebody, but
Sorry. When I'm better, I can help you. You got to drop on me once. It's not going to happen again.
Is there anything Wendy can do, or
This is just going to take time.
okay? I know how that is. I'll show my stomach wound.
What happened to you?
That Oregon Trail killer that was hunting kids and stuff.
Yeah.
We ran into him. Killed 2 of his people. He got away though, so we're biding time.
Good on you guys.
Yeah, we worked actually pretty well together.
What's next?
Yeah,
There was a lot.
we kind of had to make a shitty deal to get you back. So we made a deal to make that deal go away. That makes sense.
I'm gonna double cross him
Demetri?
because I want my shit back,
Yeah.
She's the one who gave up the special.
and he should die anyway. So
Jordan did?
Basically, he gets the book for a minute, but we're gonna get him not too shortly after.
How?
She wants to diabolarize him.
She...
Iris.
Oh, there's
the alien
Child.
one.
Huh. Okay.
What was her best bet at the time?
No, I mean, that could work. Sure.
Did you swallow a bloodstone like you did?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, are you being
No, they literally rearranged my organs.
just to fuck with you?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know Tzimisce stuff, so I don't know.
None of us do.
Okay.
That's why I was bringing them in. I know more.
I had more. So if any of us has a shot of figuring it out, it's me.
You drank from one of them?
Not on purpose.
The beast.
I'm not good in a fight. So,
I mean, that might be in your blood, but it's going to take, like...
a while.
Yeah, dissect too. What they do is... Yeah, you got to learn that. If that's something you want to do. I'll recommend it.
Pretty fucking useful.
True. If you could find one willing to teach you, good luck. I just need to rest for now. As soon as I'm better, I'll help you out whenever way I can.
Are you hungry? Do you need us to bring you anything?
And he's like, don't you guys worry about her.
Okay. Well, she's okay.
Yeah, no, I got this. I'll make sure she's recovers, spick and span, quick as possible. In the meantime, do what you gotta do.
Right.
I kind of grab my mom's hands. It's good to have you back. I kind of lower my voice.
Squeeze her something.
You've been gone a while. A lot has happened. A lot has changed. Once you're back on your feet, I think we want to talk about it.
That sounds good.
It's not. I fucked up.
I'm here for you. We'll get through this.
I'll clench hers tighter and let her go.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
We have a good chunk of the night left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to follow Razor Ricky.
You're going to the dojo?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll swing by the dojo. It's not safe there. You have a good chunk of night left. It's definitely past their operating hours.
Right. Yeah, I would just try to spend the rest of the night trying to find Loki. Or not, sorry, Loki, Noah.
Where are you looking?
So I don't really have a good sense of where they were located at. I guess I'll just keep an eye out around the dojo, and then, I don't know, I would probably eventually swing by where his family stay.
His family still lives there, yeah. Yeah, so Swimbad hang out to Doga for a little bit, eventually go to his parents' house. Takes the remainder for the night. The rest of it?
Oh, one other thought. His cousin's grave?
You go there. You can see there are fresh flowers there. No sign of him.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna come back another night.
Okay.
I would have wanted to make sure Leah got there when she was supposed to.
Yes, Leah arrived. She without much time to talk, Margaret quickly put her to work. She seems a little overwhelmed, but you sold it well. She's excited for the opportunity. Seeing how it plays out. Well, we'll see. Anyone else?
I want to go back to the club. Go work for a little bit since I popped out. And then I would talk to Zoe, if I could, about the Green Knight. Just like if she remembers anything from high school, if she's heard anything since she's been a kindred, and like just kind of talk things through with her. Because I'm trying to figure out the sword shit.
Yeah, really good.
Looks like it's gonna be awesome.
He looks so good.
Guys,
What?
I agree.
What were you talking about?
And
Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't really know. I mean, she was at your school on a running scholarship. She's more of an athlete than a scholar.
Yeah.
I mean, she's intelligent.
yeah.
Not bookish. She definitely didn't pay attention in English. Little stuff.
While we're talking about it, could I research a little bit more about it? Just like, I know it's in general, and it's not going to be like actual magical.
Yeah,
things,
I mean, I think I've already told you sort of the legend of it, and Arthurian story.
Yeah.
So you could find more of that, but nothing connecting it to kindred.
Okay. And it's pretty close to being the end of the night, right?
About half the night, so yeah. Doing some research, talking to Zoe.
I'm gonna text the group.
Okay.
If I still have half a night left.
Sure.
I
mean, you wouldn't have much time left, so you'd have half the night after the.
Okay. No, then never mind.
Okay.
Just keep it on.
You too.
Lid on it.
You already did it, right?
I might have something else. What are you doing?
What I would like to do, I'm gonna give my mom rest. I really want to talk to her. I will text Arabella, or I'll call her. I feel like that might be safer. Doesn't matter if she's English, so it doesn't matter. I'll text her. Forget about that part.
This is the part you forgot about.
My mom is back. I know you wanted to talk to her. She needs a few days to rest. But I just want to let you know. I can still make that happen.
Thanks for letting me know. Take your time. Whatever is good for you.
Thank you for understanding. Oliver, question mark?
Still fine. No activity in the house.
No activity is good activity. Thank you. Why Foxes is done. Me and Lily are done.
Just that I heard. Send you a link to the fan site.
Ran by what's her face?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is? I'll click the link.
She knows Nosferatu.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, that was
She's Nosferatu.
that's the thing.
shots of Lily, who's even just doing casual things, has a sort of this effortless aura to her, fashion to her. Just always looked like she belonged or dominated wherever she was. There's some unflattering photos of her out and about, really not looking the best. There's some older photos, but they are presented as if they're new of you and Evelyn together. There's rumors that the infidelity led to the breakup of White Foxes.
You know that's not true, right?
Not that infidelity.
Oh, baby.
Don't know.
Burn.
Don't care.
Oh. That was good.
Okay. I'm not gonna text you back.
She does respond. Are you okay?
I feel better. I haven't felt this good in a long time. I feel more clear-headed, and now that I have my mom back, it feels even better.
It's a pretty heavy weight you're finally able to lift.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
My intention wasn't to hurt her like these photos, but
She'll be fine.
I'll contact you soon with my mom.
Sounds good. Please be careful.
Then I will go to a jazz club. I'm going to see if I can get in the roster for like an open mic night or something and just do I want to do a solo show, 2 songs, 2 originals, and 2 covers, if I may.
Are you doing this just on your own, using Spencer?
On my own. Don't expect Spencer to help me since I broke up White Foxes.
I mean, you're still under contract with C Monster Records.
Cool, then yeah.
I mean, but it's up to you. If you definitely have the influence, the fame to get it on your own.
Then yeah, I'll do that.
Just want
I
to know
feel
if
that's
you
more
want to
Toreador.
include him or not.
I feel like that's more fitting.
Sure. Yeah, you'll get some set up for the following week.
Oh, I was hoping to like an open mic night tonight.
Not like at a jazz club. Maybe like
The Castos.
Castos.
I mean, they could do an open mic, but like a jazz club is going to be something.
I'll set that up on my own then, but then I'll do an open mic night.
Sure.
And it's not super jazzy, but I want to do 2 of my originals, and then I want to do acoustic version of My Way by Frank Sinatra, and acoustic version of That's Life by Frank Sinatra.
Fuck out of here.
Give me a charisma performance.
Give me that Sinatra roll.
And I have guitar as my specialty for
Yeah, use it.
performance, so
I'm running guitar pieces in that. Roll trumpet.
check out MXTM Moon, her ukulele cover of My Way.
Is that guitar?
You can borrow
Really
my
good.
ukulele if you invite Jordan to the performance.
I just play Elvis. I just wanted to brag.
That's fine. We'll get a one back.
3,
What can you
4.
play on guitar?
Use a willpower. You're a mistake.
I know.
Oh.
Big.
Oh,
4, 5, 6,
buddy.
7.
Yeah, you have a great night where definitely not the crowd you're used to. A couple people kind of recognize you, but you're used to like people being, oh shit, it's Elijah from White Foxes. It's just sort of more older, established. You can tell a ton of regulars, not a lot of new blood in this crowd. A lot of old, just very technical, talented musicians. Quite impressed by what you bring to the table. Quite a few talk to you after, and they give you your props, very supportive, but also kind of eager to give you a little advice and whatnot too.
Sure.
And you could tell that sort of that they feel good, be able to pass a little wisdom on to you.
Yeah, I'll embrace it. I'll shoot the shit.
Evelyn.
I'm not done yet. I'll say this is my domain now.
Oh, okay.
He's all over
Hammer a sign on the door.
I send a message when Elijah leaves to Lily.
Where'd you get those?
He had them.
What?
I'm gonna
Wait,
cut
hang
off.
on, I don't talk to Lily.
Yeah, get those cards. Get those cards.
You text her?
I just say, meet up and talk.
About? Question mark?
I would send Elijah, and then I would just say, also just making sure you're okay.
Expect maybe later.
Okay, I'm here if you need anything. I know this can't be easy.
There's a while where we have those 3 dots. She's writing, and writing, and writing, but eventually they just go away.
Oh.
That's juicy.
Different direction.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you do.
From before.
Yeah.
I know from before, but she cleared that up.
She's crazy.
Hey, that's my ex talking.
Okay.
I could talk about your current one too, the same way.
No, don't do it.
She's crazy.
We did.
I don't know. I know there's a stalker, and I know that there's a blog.
A blog.
But
sure.
I don't want to like metagame and be like I would check it. But I also
I would have. I showed you it.
I mean, as
Like, I know about it,
Evelyn,
yeah.
I feel like
I don't
in
know.
general she would be pretty up on shit like that. But
Also because there's a stalker, but
Also, you're looking into
yeah.
me being my success. I think it makes sense.
your his
Yeah.
Would it make
handler,
I don't
sense,
think that's
his
very
handler,
metagaming.
yeah.
Okay, then
You
I
would be more over that shit as his handler,
Yeah.
Yeah, then I would see
and
that.
then find
You're
that
an
bitch
admin on the page.
and eat her.
Then I would text. Oh fuck. I
Who are you texting?
Lily.
Oh.
I just saw that
And
stupid
it's
fucking
over.
blog.
Oh.
I'm not hooking up with Elijah. And then I would add, you were always more my type anyway.
Hey.
Come back a little soon, don't you think?
My girl.
Damn.
Probably. Sorry. But
Your
if you need
reputation
something-
precedes you.
It usually does.
You boasted.
No response from that.
Yeah, I'll stop for now.
Okay.
And I will quit while I'm ahead.
Not so far
We're
behind.
not not too far behind.
So you would that'd be that night. Did anyone want to? You didn't heal it last time, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
We both
you
did.
did your
We
thing.
got-
Okay.
That's why we went then.
Yeah.
So be another day of rest. We'll power back. Then once we heal aggravated wounds with that, and then we'll do
We'll do a round.
rouse checks.
I'm not hungry.
I am also.
I am
Yeah.
hungry.
This
Ooh, but I did just get 3 hungrier from that.
God damn it. So fucking single thing.
I'm at 400.
Some
guys.
goddamn success.
I need a feed tonight. Bad.
Need
You wake
Feeds
up
Night
to
Bad.
a
That's a
voicemail.
good song title.
From Mark.
I need a feed tonight.
Says, "Hey man,
Good fucking
our friend wanted me to pass on some stuff. She said head to what's this say? Like reads off an address. She said tomorrow night probably be best. I don't know what this means, but she said he hasn't fed in a couple days. I don't know what you got going on, if that's lingo or whatever. But yeah, she said tomorrow night to go there. I mean, I guess call me back if you're confused, because I'm a little confused. So I guess me being confused wouldn't really help you if you have questions. But I mean, I can pass them along for sure, dude. Yeah, take it easy. Bye.
Alright, yeah, I won't respond to that.
Okay.
Seems straightforward enough. I'll text the group and let them know.
Okay.
Just that we have address for tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a whole night to do stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I want to use drug connections, knowing that he's using a network that I used to be tapped into.
Mm-hmm.
Find out more about Loki's operation.
Loki's operation.
Right, I know that he's using
Give me a wits.
Cruz and
a wits
Butcher.
streetwise.
I know he's using Cruz and Butcher, right? So I'll try to figure out what they've been up to, where they've been at, what's going on with that. Can I use drug deals with this?
This would be more streetwise. This isn't you're not doing a drug deal. You're gathering information. Shade your parts.
I'm gonna rouse the blood too.
Good.
We have 1 night of rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use the willpower. Alright, so I have 4 successes.
So you're just trying to see what they've been up to.
I want to know where and what they've been up to. I'd be more interested in the where aspect of it.
They've taken over the North Pole, the quarry, the old lab that Jack Frost used to use. They started up operations sort of out in that area outside of St. Charles.
Would I know if Loki's been there a lot?
It's a pretty unique individual. His description rings some bells. He seems to
Be there a lot, running.
not necessarily a lot. He checks in every once in a while. He's been said to be much more hands off than the last boss.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I don't know if I'd have much more time, but I would spend the rest of my night staking out Graveyard.
Yeah, does not visit it.
2 things.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to feed. I'll use my herd at this point.
Sure. Feed
Last
for 2.
time. Feed for 2.
You get a resonance.
Get that resonance for potence. And then I have 1 of the kindred bullets left, correct?
You tell me.
I believe I do.
Okay.
I have it written down, but I think because the 2 that got us used those 2 that were also okay. So yeah, I just have the 1 left. Do I have any regular bullets that Loki gave me?
You can get a hold of regular.
Okay,
bullets.
yeah, I'll go to
We're in St. Louis.
Walmart. It's
Not in. I mean,
Walmart's
like,
really easy to
It's called
that-
tactical shit and gear.
What's
dude,
your,
that
yeah, what you have decent resources on you.
I have
the pawn
resources.
shop down the street from me busted for so many
2.
illegal guns.
Sure. You need both.
Okay,
150.
just make sure I have that loaded in. That's really all I need to do for. My mom's still resting, right? She still takes a few days, so I'll let her go.
Okay. Anyone else?
I was in a group text. How are you feeling about the sword thing?
Not my sword.
On next bang. Seems like a
Not my
waste
sword,
of
not
a
my
good
choice.
sword. I could probably cleave a couple of vampires in half of it.
Wrong sword, Herb. Hashtag not Herb sword.
I send the Homer Simpson gif of me just leaving the chat.
All right, what you guys doing?
That happens.
I'm gonna feed.
It's up to you. That was Jim's sword that he wanted. It's up to you. If you feel like it's worth it. She said one day we might be able to use it. I don't know if she's willing to give it up after the fact we give it to her though.
That's just the same, I guess.
I leave the chat.
I block her, but I still decide to wait a day. I would just I usually have 45 things I should have been looking at, so I'm trying to remember if there's anything that I forgot. Redirect me. I'm gonna feed.
Okay.
For 2.
Okay.
If that's possible.
Yeah, I'll say you can also feed for 2 at once, but that'll take away your residence.
And then can I try to spy on our OTK/blind man?
Which one?
The blind man.
Sure, transfer.
Sorry.
Which suspects?
Per my ghost. Oh, god damn it! Not a single one. Okay. What's aspects?
Let me roll.
Yeah.
Now when you're rolling through.
I win more dice.
Oh.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Willpower.
Eat.
Nice.
3 successes.
Go to your room. Find a mirror. Lay down and break the glass. Let that sinking feeling of you falling into something, connecting with this web that you fall into. You open your eyes. You don't see anything. You don't see a vision. You don't see a scene. You don't see anything. So you turn and you see the priest, who immediately steps up to you with his bloody blindfold, wraps it around your eyes as you jolt back up, blinded. And you remain that way for about an hour, until eventually your vision, these sort of blots start to fade and you can see again, sort of in a state of semi-panic. That was your attempt.
Cool. That was fun. Good night.
I'm gonna call around just the arts community in St. Louis, like different music venues I have to influence in arts.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the venues that we talked about getting like a show set up or kind of just like feeling it out or
yeah, what sort of show are you looking for? Are you trying to get set up specifically?
like maybe if they have like a one where if they have like kind of a bigger group, like having Elijah open.
Then try to get him opening for a decent headliner coming to town?
And then if at one of the smaller venues get him like headlining or on stage.
Since I was doing that, could we work on that together?
You were working on sort of a solo, lower, sort of getting respect in the jazz community. She's trying to get you booked somewhere.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's just do booked as an opener for now, and then I'll do it. I'll worry about that.
Do you have finance?
I don't have finance. I have influence and etiquette.
I'll say using your influence, so you might not be able to rely on this again for a little bit, at least in this situation. Yeah, you can, what venue?
Firebird.
Oh yeah, that's easy to, you'll put in a good word, use a little bit of your clout to make sure that They'll look at a few options for some of their bigger acts coming through. They said they'll send you some options in a little bit. Okay. That'll be the remainder of your night. You have the address.
I'd like to text you, actually. Probably should have texted this to you a few nights ago. Security for High Point?
I already did it.
You did?
Yeah, I did it after Wendy yelled this.
Okay. Just making sure.
What's your resources at?
3. 4.
Okay, so yeah, you've hired a decent security firm to discreetly guard the
Please
High
with
Point.
yourself.
So it'd be a little weird having security at this sort of new theater, so we've hired some fewer but more professional grade security. Okay, that's your guys' style. You sleep again. You rouse again.
Rouse.
Ooh, she
Not
hungry.
hungry. But I will try to heal.
Are you doing anything before meeting up and heading to the address?
God damn it. Yeah,
I'd probably feed one.
I feed two.
If I could, I would like to feed 3.
And I can
Give me your predator type rolls then. Yours is
Charisma,
a
seduction.
stealth.
I guess Dex stuff.
Dex stealth. Charisma seduction.
Mine's charisma.
add a hot 9.
You can do charisma performance if you want.
Okay.
Add a seduction.
Can I feed 1?
3 successes.
Well,
Give me seduction roll. 3? Okay. Yeah, you could. You take your 2.
6.
You could definitely take your 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Also.
I was going for 3.
6 is enough.
Okay.
But 3.
fuck me.
Really? Yeah, 2's fine.
Fuck me.
2's fine.
So 2 successes.
Right back into Jordan.
You just need 1?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. 2 will be enough. I'll give you 1 of them.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having pity on me. I do want to do something before I leave the club to meet them.
What do you do?
I wanna. It's early in the night. I wanna see if any of the
You've taken
girls-
some time. Everyone's gone and fed, so it's not like early, but a couple hours have
Okay.
passed.
To see if any Scarlet or any of the girls are available or off the floor.
For what?
I want to ask them about tzimisce real quick.
They know next to
Okay. I'm gonna go fight
Unless
one.
there's something specific you had in mind last time. I would just say, the Nosferatu is considered monstrous, but the Tzimice truly are not only the mad scientists, but the monsters themselves. From what I understand.
Yeah, they melted my face off once. We're gonna
encounter some horrible things.
Okay.
When working with you, it would be for the best.
Do we have the address? She says she's working with us. Just in case, I'm gonna send you the address. Should anything go wrong, and you don't hear from me. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but just a safety precaution.
Okay.
We'll be good.
Okay.
Thank you. Head out.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
I should call Margaret.
I don't know about this, though.
I'll call Margaret.
Okay. Well, Margaret.
Did she pick up?
Yes. She's actually giving you a number to her direct line now.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
I'm just calling to let you know that the tzimisce I told you about, we are moving in on tonight. I just wanted you to be in the know.
Have you retrieved his mother?
Yes, and we are going back for what we gave cave in exchange.
Understood. I've heard you've made progress among some of the local musicians. That's good.
Yes, I've booked in a show as well.
Again, slow and steady's fine. You don't need to rush into anything, especially when the wound's so fresh and the Inquisition's out of the door. I'd like to see the progress that's being made. Perchance you're bringing any of the other among our alliance in your little quest this evening?
No, just us.
Okay. So anything you require of me?
No. I think what we have is well handled.
Excellent. Also, I must say, I quite like the one you sent me. I think you work out just fine.
Good. I'm happy to hear it.
Best of luck, everyone. I hope to hear good news.
I hope to get it too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Good. No, I feel good again.
Is doing anything else before heading there?
I will be
Sharpening the blade.
under the drug rug, armored up, sword ready.
Okay.
I'm bringing the hand cannon just in case.
You got the gun. You got your sword. Anyone else?
Because I just assumed someone's going to make a gun joke about it.
No.
So I was
No,
waiting.
We don't do that.
We've never done
Comedy's
that.
about timing, Jordan.
Anything else?
I mean,
Once we arrive there,
never reached out to us about him.
Once you urge, she'll be near, but you can't necessarily be present.
I mean, I have my daggers on me, but that's about it.
Once we arrive there, because only last Asino will activate my prowess.
Anyone else?
What about Wendy and Monica? Were they still recovering?
I'm good.
Okay, the address is to an abandoned building, maybe a former office, something sort of in the industrial district, sort of in North St. Louis along the river. You can see all the windows are boarded up. There's graffiti covering the building. The only entrance there seems to be one of the back doors isn't completely boarded off. There's some among the graffiti. You've heard a little bit, especially with her. Probably recognizes a couple kindred tags marking this place as off limits and dangerous. How would you like to approach?
I'm gonna use Cling of the and Freshness, crush a spider,
Okay.
and begin to crawl up the side of the building. Be like, I'm gonna find another way in. You guys stay to the front.
Okay. So just this fingertips and toes just
For
up
some
the
reason,
side
that
of
just
this
like
building.
made me so uncomfortable.
So luckily it's sort of an abandoned
Oh.
district, so no one's there to see.
Right, and I'll just try to, I don't know if I can use my B&E skills, but would try to find an alternate entrance among the boarded up
So
windows.
the boarded up windows, you just want to break one and get in?
Yeah, probably one that
This
would
is a 4-story building. Which story were you breaking in?
probably like up top,
The very top?
probably.
Okay. So you see Herb crawl all the way to the top. You can see the first floor is definitely the biggest. And then you can tell where the windows are the other side.
Most factory buildings would be like that. Yeah, no, that's probably my intention is like breaking the top, probably down at the bottom.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Try the front door lightly. Is it locked?
Only the back door is the one that's not like boarded up. That looks like an actual door. Is that the one you're going for?
Yeah. I'm just gonna gently turn it and see if it's locked or not.
It is.
Okay. Larceny?
I mean, if you have potence activated, you can probably just break it.
I wanted to quietly.
I mean, you can just turn it enough to just...
Okay. That pushed. Did you guys have to do anything? What are we doing here? Activate anything?
Oh yeah, because I don't want him to pay attention to me until he's already paying attention to me.
We good at it. I mean, her.
I guess so.
Yeah, you see her at the top. Just break in, just peel off. Takes them a couple minutes, but peel off some of the wood. Boarded up pretty well, but with time you can open it up and see her crawling. You going through the door?
Yeah.
You can smell sort of a metallic sting of blood. As the door's like stuck. You're able to lean in and you push it. There's like a tearing sound.
Can I heighten senses as well?
You can. So you're overwhelmed also. Not only the smell of blood, but the sound of a heartbeat trying to beat faster and faster. You hear the sound of flesh tearing as force the door open, and you can see tendons and sinew that you've now ripped open. You step in, you look, there's an eyeball that just focuses.
I cast.
He just punches it, just
Okay.
turns it to jelly. With that, you can hear with heightened senses that heartbeat grow and multiple sort of echoing in this room. And
Can I see any more eyeballs?
you can't, but you can see mouths that begin whispering. It's dark. There's a little bit of light coming in from the outside, and all you can see is this big open area with you just see a row of columns heading down this factory floor. You hear the sound of heartbeat. You smell fresh blood from that flesh you've ripped to open the door. And you hear heavy footsteps on the floor right above you. Just moving down. And that is where we'll call this episode. We will pick things up next time. Wind it down. We got 2 more eps this season. Yeah. Yep. We'll have to accomplish on time. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, check us out on our socials. We got stuff going on. We just finished London.
Yes.
All of that's there to catch up if you want to see them play stronger, better vampires.
Oh god,
Yeah.
so much stronger.
Let's see
Better
actual
now.
I feel
vessels.
so weak now.
Crab's a better
God.
vampire, for sure.
Otherwise,
We're gonna do an after show
we're doing
on
an after
Patreon.
show. Shake off the dust for Taste of Youth. Get into this stuff. Bye.
Bye.